red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, facts, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts, you can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road, you better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego, then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah, we gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts, we in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts, peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light. To the family. Peace, love and light. To the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, 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 welcome to Melanin Mondays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, soon to be joined by my co-host, Brother Blue Pillar. Let me know how we sounding on the audio, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how we sounding on the audio. And that song that you just heard, that is the Facts remix presented to you by the 44 Tops. That song is available. That song is available on Buy Me a Coffee / Know the Ledger 444. Any support, anytime you buy, well, it's really buy me instead of a coffee, buy me a book, because we got a bookstore that we opening up. So it's buy me a book. Any book, any support, you get to go and claim that song for your own on Buy Me a Coffee. You feel me? So go ahead, knock yourself out, make that song, put that on your playlist, you know what I'm talking about, and lock in with that, you know what I mean? Because that's for you, you know what I mean? That is definitely for you. You know, that song gets you by, you know what I mean? That's that cosmic soul, you feel me? It's for my OGs out there. Shout out to my OGs. Yeah, so welcome. How's everybody doing? Let's go ahead and do the roll call, and then we'll tap in and we'll take the temperature and see how everybody's strong was. You feel me? We'll see how everybody's strong was. So let's go ahead and let's do the roll call. Who's in the building? I know we got Connecticut in the building. And I'm talking about, shout out to CT in the building. We got AZ in the building. We got Connecticut also in the building. We got Flint Town in the building. We got Milwaukee, Toronto, T-Dot. You know, I'm talking about Hawaii. We got San Diego. We got Houston. We got Tampa, Naptown, New Orleans, Detroit. What up, though? Columbus, Ohio. All right. Turquoise Mountain, New Mexico. All right. Shout out to Turquoise Mountain. Sounds beautiful. Commerce, Georgia. We have Jamaica, Queens. Pittsburgh in the building, Mississippi in the building, Marion, Indiana in the building. Cape Verde in the building. Decatur is Greater. New Mexico, Richmond, North Carolina. Shout out to PD Pablo, man. Yeah. I don't be giving him enough love. Cleveland, Ohio in the building. Seattle in the building. Virginia in the building. All right. Shout out to the Mondem. Bay Area in the building. You feel me? Bay Area. DMV up in this thing. Shout out to the DMV. Shout out to Harlem. You smell me? Shout out to Harlem. Atlanta, Honduras in the building. Orange County in the building. Cali, what up, though? Shout out to everybody pulling up in the building. Salute to everyone. Las Vegas in the building. South Central. Watch out now. South Central up in this thing. We got Texas. We got Columbia, Mississippi. We have Pomo. Not Pompano. Pomo country. Northern California. Do they grow grapes over there? Or do they grow that dang? You know what I'm talking about? Vegas in the building. Raleigh in the building. Drip alert. San Jose in the building. Crystal Mountain in the building. You dig? Crystal County. All right. Tucson, AZ. Hey, Rue, what brother you talking about? Not the... Talk black to me, my brother. Jacksonville, Florida in the building. Charlotte in the building. Jersey in the building. Raleigh in the building. Man, condolences, yo. Condolences, King. That's crazy. Hinesville, Georgia, the 912. All right. Said, what's going on in the world with all these drones? No doubt. We're going to talk about that. New Brunswick, Canada in the building. Tell your brother Black that I said what's good. Tell him I said salute, man. It's been a minute since I spoke to that good brother. Tell him I said what's up. And condolences to you and your family, brother. Mendocino. Okay. Mendocino County is where they grow them things. Okay. Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to Cleveland. All right. We got Spin City up in here. Where you repping, Spin? The Bay, right? Bay. All right. Junkyard Jedi from Savannah. What up? What's goody? What's goody, though? So, yeah, man, we are deep in the building on this good Monday. Shout out to everybody pulling up and whatnot. Salute to everyone. All right. We got Bay. All right. Bay Area. Okay. Shout out to the Bay, though. Shout out to VA. Canada's falling. You know. Last time I checked, Canada, they got a lot of blood on their hands for what they did to them Indians. You know what I mean? A lot of hidden history over there in Canada. You feel me? A lot of hidden history over there in Canada. You know? So shout out to everybody out there and all of the information that's coming out. Yeah, T-Dot, DC proper. What that is? DC proper. That's just DC without all of the extra side dishes and whatnot. Y'all not claiming B More and Maryland and all of that. You just standing in on U Street, you know. But it's all good. So how was everyone's strong? Okay, they used to call it a weekend, but you know, ever since we start chilling with Ross Ben, Sister Kafunya, and we call it a strong end. How was everybody strong in? We did not have Saturday Night Live, and we did not have Sacrilegious Sunday. I uploaded Blue Pill. He did a Saturday night. He did a Saturday Live on IG, and I uploaded it, and a lot of people got to see that and whatnot. I had to take a little, a hiatus because, to be honest with you, this lecture right here, This shit right here, the 2024 year in review, I literally went down a rabbit hole and that shit had me Stuckington. It's a lot of information, bro. It's a lot of information. So I gotta do like I know that I won't be able to cover everything in the December 30th class that we had with Ross Ben. I don't want to take up Ross Ben's time like that. You feel me? Because if I, you know what I mean? I don't want to hog the stage. I have to practice, time constraints. So I'm going to have to roll this shit out leading up to the 30th. You know what I mean? So the first show that we're going to do it's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be for the people and whatnot. It is almost gonna be like the hors d'oeuvres and whatnot. It's gonna be the biggest losers. I think we should cover the biggest losers for 2024. And let me just use a disclaimer real quick because I don't want nobody to, take this shit personal, man. Let me just use a disclaimer before I start talking, right? Because people may there's a lot of channels and there's a lot of every channel has its own quote unquote purpose. I think like every channel stands for what they stand for, and some channels are interview channels, some channels are reaction channels, some channels are whatever. I mean, there's different type of channels. This channel right here, this shit right here, this is it's a multiple purpose channel depending on what day we go live. But when I do the year in review, I'm doing it from a journalistic perspective. You feel me? I'm coming at you guys as a journalist. And as a journalist, I got to tell the news. You feel me? And telling the news, it may take giving it raw. Pause. You feel me? And I gotta give it raw. You know what I mean? So for the end of the year, I gotta keep it 1,000. And I gotta talk about what I saw this year. And to be honest with you, my end of the year review is going to include a lot of popular culture. You feel me? I know a lot of the people that listen to this show, everybody might not identify with popular culture. Some people be like, nah, I ain't on no popular culture. I don't even own a TV. You got a phone though, because how you watching me? You know what I'm talking about? That whole shit about I don't got a TV, that used to sound cute back in the early conscious days. But you got a phone and your phone is the new TV. You feel me? The phone is the new TV. So the same shit that you used to watch on TV, you could watch it on your phone. And to be honest with you, it's more heinous shit on your phone than on your TV these days. So we're gonna cover the losers. You know what I mean? I want to get that out the way. You know what I mean? I don't want to harp on that when we do the year in review. I just want to get that out the way. You know what I'm talking about? There was some L's that were taken this year all across the board. Like I'm working on the loser shit. Man, that shit had me. It had me up to like 4 in the morning on one day, and then it had me in the house. I missed a few events that I was supposed to go to on the next day. Literally doing a lot of research and putting together this presentation. Shit is crazy. 2024. Telling you was it's a pivotal year. It's a pivotal year. It went so fast. You feel me? But it was chock full. It was chock full of information. It was so many stories and whatnot. And there's gonna be things in 2025 that is a result of 2024. Right? A lot of what do they call that? Seeds were planted. I'm doing East 49. We locked in. You know how we on some telepathic shit because my streets is a loser. 2024 segment is fucking crazy. 3 things that I could point out quickly. What they call drill rap. or drill culture took a major L in 2024. From the arrests to the murders, that shit hit a motherfucking it hit a brick wall. You don't, it's not over, it's not finished, you know, it's not completely done, but it's 3 flats on the side of an Atlanta highway. Okay, it hit a brick wall. The drill shit is coming down. You know what I mean? It's coming down. If it was ever going up, it's coming down. You know what I'm talking about? It's falling. You know what I mean? The influence, the tenacity of it, the overall quote unquote spell that it had on people, done. Atlanta street scene hip hop, done. Okay, 2024, it got put in a box. It showed me. I was putting it together, and then I happened to stumble upon Rolling Loud last night. You know what I mean? I was watching the little clips from Rolling Loud, and I saw Lil Baby, right? Who was heralded that you niggas was trying to say that that's gonna be the next Jay-Z. You know, you had the audacity to try to put this man in a category, okay? And they were trying to pedestal Lil Baby for years and whatnot. Done. What's his name? Young Thug and all of that YSL shit, done. All of that street shit that was Atlanta, that had the whole world in a headlock, done. When they cut Drake's head off, they cut a piece of Atlanta too, done. There's a new movement though. I'm not saying that Atlanta's done. The new movement coming out of Atlanta that got the whole, not the whole world. Let me rephrase that. The younger generations. Okay. Because I said it before and I'm gonna say it again. We old heads, right? We passed our prime, right? And people in here, some people in here is like 60 and 70 and stuff like that, 40, 50. But when you talk about, when we talk about the culture, when we say the culture, we're speaking about the demographics of who the major corporations and everybody with a bag, the marketers, the advertisers, who do they pitch to and what is called a culture? 12-year-old to 25-year-olds. If you're in business and you don't have a super duper specific niche market, you will learn. If you don't, if you haven't learned, you will begin to learn that quote unquote demographics is the preferred demographics to sell to, 12 to 25. That's who the music industry sells to. That's who the movie industry sells to. That's who the video game entertainment sells to. That's even who the sports people sell to, 12 to 25. Is it exploiting? No. Shit, you wasn't 12 before, nigga, trying to buy something. You know what I'm talking about? So who has the youth in a headlock? The Opium Movement. And I said it before. We did a lecture in February called Vulture Culture, Culture Vulture, right? Look, Sailor Sharon, right? Ha, look at Sailor Moon. Most of us have children. And if you don't, I'm sure you are auntie or uncle and whatnot. And you can relate. You can relate. But the younger generation, I stay locked into what's going on in their world. I stay reporting on it because I'm informing adults, right? Parents, just adults, period. Because sometimes we'll write people off when we don't understand them. And some of us are so old, we forgot that we used to be young. So when we were teenagers, we were considered to be rebellious. We were considered to be quote unquote, off the chain and whatnot. We were considered to be counterculture, right? And that's exactly what these younger generations are considered to be, counterculture. So they're automatically going to do some shit that's going to send your antennas completely up. Like, oh my goodness, did he just say that? Did she just say that? Are they doing that in front of us? Yes, nigga, you was doing some shit in front of old heads too. Okay, that's how that shit works. They're going to do everything to distance themselves from what they perceive as the old guard. 12 to 25 don't buy paintings. Like I said, specific niches and whatnot. If you're a painter and you're selling like prints and shit like that, specific niche, that I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about if you design clothes, if your ass is selling sneakers, if you're in the video game industry, if you doing some type of quote unquote, any type of, if you have music and it's specifically made for avant-garde hip hop boom bap heads, right? Like if you rock Marciano, you are in a specific niche. West Side Gun, you're in a specific niche. You're not worrying about no 12 to 25s. You already was like, I'm making old head rap. Okay, so that's a specific niche. But when you come up in this bitch and you just doing basic stuff, that's the demographics that you are going to be pitching to, right? That's who it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. And don't ever let no young whippersnapper talk about old head, because I would ask the young whippersnapper, who the fuck you think make your video games? Yeah, you know, they on Twitch trying to make it seem like who's making those games that y'all playing? Who do you think? I mean, I would ask them, who do you think is making those games? And even when it comes to these artists, they got the children in a headlock. Who the fuck you think is the manager? It's always some old heads behind the scenes running shit. You know what I mean? So you got to cut that out. Who's making those movies? Who's making those animations? It ain't no young people in the damn studio doing that. Not yet. It will come soon, but not yet. Travis Hunter dismissed Godfrey as old. Anybody over 25 is old to the young people who ain't lived long enough to consider themselves old, right? We have to change that around to whereas being 50 is a fucking, it's a flex. You know what I mean? It's a flex. It's like, I made it to 50 and I hope you can make it. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll see you at the fucking platinum party, Silver Fox. You should want to make it here. You know what I mean? Because it's greater when it gets later and whatnot. So we need to change that perception about being old is something. It's like not a flex. No, it's a flex. It's a flex. You know what I mean? When I make it to pass the 50th line, I'm gonna be fucking lit. You know what I mean? Because I promise you, there's certain powers that come online when you turn 40. There's certain powers that come online when you turn 50. There's certain powers that come online when you turn 30. You get through that midlife crisis and you start doing different shit. You start thinking differently. You start seeing things differently. It's a flex. Don't ever let nobody try to shame you because you're a survivor and you're thriving and you're quote unquote in your silver ages. Yeah, that's all Western European and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? And you know, the 50 is the new 20 type shit. 50 is like the new 30. But check this out. Atlanta trap rap dead. It's over. It had a run. It had a super run. It's over. The only one that's still holding that torch is Future. Right? That's the only one still holding that torch. I've seen and I sat back and watched all of them dudes get knocked down like bowling balls and bowling pins. I don't know what 2025 is going to be for them. But once you lose that flame, it's hard to quote unquote get it back. They had a grip on the industry and it was headquartered from Atlanta, right? It's no longer, that's not where it's at no more. Playboi Carti, Destroy Lonely, and these what they call Gothic rap, right? They're kind of running the youth culture, not the whole culture. They're running the youth culture right now. He's out of Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about? It's not an Atlanta sound, but there's still a movement in Atlanta running shit, but it's just not the shit that everybody was used to with all of that young thug weirdo shit. And you know, the sell drugs, pay for murder. You know, I mean, the Gothic rap is still dealing with some shit. You know, let me be clear. You know what I mean? It's still dealing with some shit, but it's just a different energy. The streets took a major L in 2024. You know what they say? Snitches get stitches. In 2024, snitches got riches. I'm gonna repeat that again. Snitches got riches in 2024. YSL Woody, Gunna, And there's another one. The nigga Ali Zoe. You know what I'm talking about? Snitches get riches. Feel me? So that whole allure of what they call standing on business and street this and street that and code this, all of that shit is out the window. It's done. It died in 2024. You know what I mean? It died in 2024. You know what I'm talking about? It is what it is. You know, yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine he is hip hop's Wreck-It Ralph. Who saw Wreck-It Ralph? That's my shit. Who saw Wreck-It Ralph? Tekashi 6ix9ine was Wreck-It Ralph to the hip hop industry. I said it when it happened back then. He was a cancer agent to the body of hip hop, and now that shit is dying, right? Little Jeff, Little Scoom, YBC Duel, right? All of the drill rappers, they died 4 weeks back to back, right? This is out of Philly, out of Chicago, right? The drill shit is done. Little Durk getting locked up, done. The last person standing of his era is gonna be on the biggest winners, and that would have to be Chief Keef. You know what I'm talking about? Reese locked up. G Herbo, he's just chilling. You know what I mean? Raising his little boy and whatnot, turning him to turning his little boy into a man. But yeah, all of that shit is finished. It's finito. You know what I mean? Certain people could wake up out of that dream because a lot of people was under the spell, and the spell is thick. You feel me? You would have to be amongst the youth, and you would kind of have to be in the streets locked in to understand how deep that shit goes. But it goes deep. So we rejoice over small victories. We rejoice over things that we might not even be realizing is taking place, but there's something taking place. There's a shift in the culture right now. My guest is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and open up the line. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gods and goddesses, Moors and Moabites, we present to you our brother, none other than Blue Pillar 44 in the building. Peace.
Peace, God.
You got wipe the camera. Wipe me down.
Okay. I was about to say, man.
Yeah.
Camera gotta get.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Peace to the what's goody.
I still need some pics. I still need to upgrade my pixels. I'm on my iPad. And
okay. It's not bad. You're doing all right.
I be watching, I be seeing the thumbnail and the playback.
But you know what the cheat code? And somebody showed me the back of the iPhone camera.
I'm not on my iPhone though. I'm on my iPad.
No, I'm just saying for future references. You set your iPad up to where you could see the back camera, but you set the back camera up as the primary camera. They said that that's the best camera. I had a professional look at DSLRs. I had Canons and everything lined up. I had a Sony camera lined up. I had a Canon and I had my iPhone. And he was like, the iPhone. I'm like, really? He was like, yes. The 4K. That he was like, the shit, the quality. I got a 14 Pro. He was like, the quality on that, yeah. So
that back
cammington. And then you have your whatchamacallit, your tablet set up to where you could see it and move it around. You know, your tablet will be your monitor. You feel me? You said iPhone 5S got the 4K camera. I mean, they were stepping it like there's some iPhones like the 12 or some shit that are better than like the 15 type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
let's not even get into Samsung.
Oh yeah, let's not do that.
Get y'all Android people out here honking the horn, twerking in traffic. Y'all get hype when somebody starts talking about that.
Somebody said Android. That Samsung 24 is cold. That's a cold piece of business and technology. I literally early in the year I was in Arizona with Will I Am, Hard Bottoms, and that phone Yeah, he had a whiz in Brazil, and she strictly spoke Portuguese. The phone was translating in real time, bro.
Player shit.
Passport, bro. Shit, yeah.
Player shit.
It was making the world smaller. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And remember when we was on Stone Mountain and bro used his Samsung to zoom
Oh,
in on the
goodness.
moon,
The moon.
like literally, like his phone zoomed in where you could see the craters, not at a distance,
It
like
was
you was
on that shit.
on the moon.
Like, it was on it. All that talk about the dark side of the moon. I'm like, shit. Well, we'll get that phone out because that shit could see it.
Yeah, yeah.
He was on the moon with the camera. That is a fact. I was flabbergasted when I
See,
saw that.
they got me gas. I'm about to go search. You got old phones in the kitchen drawer, 4K cameras. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
that's
a
a
fact.
fact.
This is a
That
fact.
is
I'm about to
snap.
go extract them because I damn sure got a bunch of them in the closet that need to get dusted off and refurbished. But yeah, man. Once again, thank you for the invite. It's an honor to be here. Salute to the family. Shout out to y'all. It always feels like it's been too long, and I get excited. You know what I mean? I get thoroughly excited at the opportunity. You know what I'm saying, to get back on here and chop it up and dialogue because I always walk away, you
Right.
know, with an expanded consciousness and you know what I'm saying, a a broader perspective.
Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, I let the fam know I took the strong end off. We were supposed to be tapping in on the strong end, but I've been in the foxhole doing this research about this year in review.
Whew.
And so yeah, it's so much to report,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't what's again, I'm trying to look for one of those phraseologies. I'm not jealous of anybody that has that task. I think that's the best way to say it. You feel me? That's
What can
that's
I can
one,
I
one heck of a task.
I'm gonna deputize you. I'm gonna deputize you. And you can
Hmm.
incorporate this into the early morning workouts and whatnot. If you could retire Uncle Murder, my genius. If you could retire Uncle Murder, I got a stage for you.
I think I like maybe millions of others at this point. That's a
Mhm.
highlight of our new year, and I anticipate just like everybody else do, seeing how that brother summarizes. You feel me?
Oh, for sure. But it's a bar difference in terms of it's like what Skills was doing versus what he was doing. Your bars are different than the Uncle
Uncle
Murder.
Murder. Yeah. I did. Uncle Murder did 3 versions last year. I remember.
Yes,
You feel
because it was
me?
so
And
lit.
yeah, it was so lit. It's so much, and I'm like, yo, he hit every topic. May I have said it somewhat different? Probably, but he covers the spectrum. I like his humor. I like his approach. I like Uncle Murder. So
Yeah, you gonna spare
I
him?
look forward.
You ain't gonna step on his toes. You ain't gonna step on his Timbs.
I'll do a version of it because you request. I'm gonna challenge myself on my pen, and yeah, I want to know again because that starts the process of me saying, did I forget anything? It'd be so much, right?
I wouldn't. Yeah, but when it come to that, I wouldn't even beat myself up over what I forgot. I just make sure what I do remember,
Right. It's enough.
I nail that shit to the cross. You know what I mean? Because I just want interpretations that I don't think he has the dexterity to give us poetically.
Got you.
You know what I
Got
mean? No disrespect to what he's doing, but I could eat
you.
more
Yeah.
than one pie at once. You feel me?
Somebody asked a very poignant question. Does the 44 Tops have a holiday album coming out? You know what I'm saying?
How do they know?
Hmm?
How did they know? Were they in the stew with us?
They might be tapping into the algorithm.
Yeah, yeah,
Or
yeah.
might have leaked some info, but
Yeah, that 44 Tops holiday album is definitely on the way. You know what I mean? It's on the way. Finishing up some things, waiting for some samples to clear, and then the family is gonna get blissed. You know what I mean? With that cosmic soul. Yeah, we need that. Woo.
Don't let the holidays leave you.
Yeah, instead of Black Santa, Red Santa type shit. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, we cooking up something. Did you happen to see Rolling Loud? I was having a conversation about Rolling Loud.
I did. I knew you was gonna ask me that.
You know that, right?
I sensed it.
Okay. All 3 days, because it was a 3-day affair type shit.
Well, again, I went through the catalog to say what do I have 30 or 40 minutes towards dedicating to look at that I want to, you know what I'm saying? So this morning, indulging, I was making breakfast around 7 something because those are my early hours. I put the Future on.
Okay. Yeah.
So I was able, you know what I mean, to listen to and I saw some of it, but I was in the middle of cooking. But I did catch
Mixtape Pluto.
I caught Mixtape Pluto set, and it was a lengthy set, and it always remind me, first he's a dedicated Rolling Loud artist, and he has a string of hits. You know what I mean?
Right.
Non-stop, back to back. You feel me? And he remembers his rhymes just as much as I do.
Yo, them niggas give me so much confidence.
But he got but the audience know his lyrics, nigga.
I know. That's a cheat code. You just gotta keep fumbling your shit until people. I'm telling you,
blanks.
Playboi Carti gave me mad confidence. I was like, I could do that.
I could do that.
I could hang upside down and mumble my shit. I could do that. They just singing ad-libs and hooks. They ain't concerned with nothing else.
So all right, so that I want to check Ken Carson. They said Ken Carson was on there.
The whole Opium.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah. So when I went to Rolling Loud's page and I looked at the repertoire of artists that they had and footage that they had available, I didn't see Playboi. I didn't see Opium. I would have checked them out. I'd have gave him a, you know what I mean? I'd have checked them out.
Yeah.
But Friday the 13th, all red leather mixtape Pluto. I like his, you know what I mean? It's like somebody spoke to him and they like, yeah, son, you gotta pretend like you into this. My dude got 3 moves.
Yeah.
But it's better than having one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He used to have that one drawn out move, but now he got about 2 or 3 different moves and stuff.
Yo, the Lil Baby show was lethargic. It hurt watching it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it hurt watching, son. Bro.
You sat and gave that your time.
I had to breeze through it to get to something else.
Okay.
You feel me? But it was like, and I'm doing this whole dissertation about how Atlanta took an L this year.
Oh,
Atlanta lost. You know what I mean? They lost the grip on the game. Yeah. Or rather, it shifted because Carti and them are from Atlanta, but it's it's what they call rager. They're ragers, right?
Yeah.
And I spoke about this when I was explaining the people issue. When I was explaining who Travis Scott was a few years ago, when they had the controversy about the deaths at his show. And I was explaining to people, I was like, I don't know if y'all reading this right, but he's about to be more lit. And to no avail, he was more lit. He sat out for a year and changed. He let the legal thing do what it needed to do. He popped back out. Bean. He doing. There's a difference between clubs, stadiums, and arenas. I found this out this year. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't know. You didn't know.
I could have got booked for
what stadium music was about. When my dude Ye was.
I didn't know what stadium music was about. I could have got booked for a tour. Yo, Red and Blue is going on tour. We in bars, nigga. We standing on. We Shabuzi, nigga. We on the bar, and it's a tour. A tour is a tour. but there's the club, there's the arena, and then there's a stadium. I seen Chris Brown in the fucking Africa. Yes. Oh my goodness.
90,000 plus.
Yikes. Stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I told you I'm a Glorilla fan, right?
Oh,
hey.
you try to you try to shoot me down when I said something about it before.
Turned up with my niggas. Hey.
I like the let her cook.
I like her energy. You know what I'm saying? I like her approach. I like the fact that she, you know,
I like the underdogs.
Yeah. Like,
nobody is touching Doechii.
Yeah.
Mainstream.
Yeah, so
mainstream.
Let me, you know, that part. Like, you don't have to be pigeonholed in who you like. You know what I'm saying? I have enough wherewithal in me to say, yo, I like a Lizzie Jeff, yo, I like a Doechii, yo, I like a Glorilla. And I'm sure there's many others, you know what I'm saying? It's not marginalized to just one form of a situation.
Right. Yeah, that Tiny Desk that she did is a masterclass.
Yeah. Doechii's Tiny Desk is impeccable. Did you see the TDE?
Yeah.
Situation?
Look. Yeah. That was crazy. That crowd was stupid. It was almost like a rolling loud crowd.
It looked like, right?
It looked like when that damn drone kept.
Yeah, it looked like a rolling loud crowd.
Kept going back and back. Performance art for all of my young artists in the audience and some of the older ones, right? There's a difference between a rapper, a MC, and a performance artist, because you could be a performance artist and you're not doing hip hop. You feel me? As much as I'm not the biggest fan of her, but Doja Cat is a performance artist. You feel me? Like, she transcends just regular trying to remember your words and doing the two-step type thing. She's a performance artist. I would highly suggest anybody getting in the game right now, if you nice like that and you really want to make an impact, take about a year off and learn the performance of your arts. Study that. Get with a performance company, get with choreographers, and become a performance artist. You feel me? The music, is gonna do what it needs to do. It's gonna sell, but you're gonna sell it with your performance. You know what I mean? We're moving into that era.
Yeah, you want to you just said it. You want to touch them stages. You know what I mean? And you have to understand that your revenue, mainly, your profile, your revenue, your impact on your market and your fan base, is really gonna come from them performances. You know what I'm saying? And you want to turn these shows out, because more than likely you're gonna be, surrounded by a lot of lethargic acts, and you want to shine. You want to outshine your competitors or your peers, for that matter. So yeah, like, get your performance together. You know what I'm saying? Your performance will take you. It'll take you there. Tyler's a performer.
Tyler's a master performer. Kendrick, master performer.
Somebody say Ye.
Of course. These are Ye's children out here winning, bro. These are Ye's children.
Mm-hmm.
He's a proud father. Would you say A$AP Rocky is a performer?
I haven't seen enough of A$AP's performances to give him that.
He's a rager.
Yeah, he's a rager. Yeah, he definitely.
So rager and performance is two different things. Mm-hmm. The ragers are, open up the middle, open up the pit, open up the pit. That's the crowd surfing.
And they just say that now if you got a crowd, because they were saying that at Rolling Loud, and Future was not finna be crowd surfing. and then my dude D-Lo, was not finna be crowd surfing.
Right.
They were still like, open up the pit. Open up the pit.
Like, if my nigga what's his ex the plug from Dallas, open up the pit. Open up the pit. If he jump off the stage, they unlock his ass up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Because he's definitely gonna flatten some people. Do y'all rock with La Russell? Do birds fly? Do fish swim?
Yeah.
He's a performer. He is
Terrible
mastering his
mastering.
performance art. My dude from Houston with the mint green, the whole family be on stage.
Oh, Toby.
Toby is a performance artist.
Toby's a performer.
The mint green, right? The you know, there's certain type of aesthetics that, you know, like Tyler with the green, with Chromatopia, he had the green. The rollout stays the same. The mask, the green, a certain Pantone, you know what I mean? Very specific, very precise type shit. The reason why people are dissecting the Kendrick and all of the Easter eggs and the videos are being decoded in his thought pieces, you want to venture into that type of art and whatnot.
Right. That's a level of performance art, even though it's video based. He is performing a theatrical you know, piece. His videos are like theater pieces. You could it's more Easter eggs than a Marvel universe, you know what I'm saying? Marvel comic universe. So, you know, layering your work and being so exact about being so intentional. You feel me? Yeah, they said Tierra Whack.
I love me some Tierra Whack. I did not listen to the album. I'm guilty of that. I'm familiar with her rollout though. And yeah, she's cool. I like Rilla because she's the underdog. I just like
Why you keep saying that she's the underdog though?
Yeah, you should see her before pictures.
No, I mean, granted, I know about that. I'm just saying now, you know, she's kind of like cemented in the game after 5 years.
Yeah, but her kickoff single was the F nigga free.
Mm-hmm.
She was not supposed to last in the game, bro. That wasn't a statement song. That was a one-hit wonder type of thing. Like, all right, that's cute and everything, and that's cool because all of her homegirls, they never came with nothing else.
Yeah, that's why I rock with her. You know what I mean? Because she came from that. She's still doing it, and she's consistent. And when I see her, like she always having fun. You feel me? I might not listen to an album, and I don't go look for the music and play it if it's not on. Right. But when it's on, I like it. You know what I'm saying? And she penetrates almost everywhere I'm at. I hear it in the supermarket. I hear it in the gym. It's on the radio. You hear it in Pat. You know what I mean? So she got that type of impact. I like her. I like her as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Should I say I like what she does, you know, as an artist. You know what I mean?
I think that the father of Rolling Loud is XXXTentacion. Nobody put chills to my body in their performance like he did. Like that shit is classic, you know, classic and whatnot. So shout out to him. And
yeah, again, it's like that Miami homebred type of situation. So
yeah, it's the SoundCloud rappers. You know what I mean? Because remember, Rolling Loud, 10 years old. It's a 10-year anniversary. Yeah. So they literally came up from SoundCloud. I watched the interview with the dudes, 2 of them.
Right.
They was like, yo, we was just trying to do a few shows, turn into mini concerts, turn into this shit. 1,000 people the first year buying tickets, then 100,000 a few years later, then millions. There's Rolling Loud Thailand, all kind of shit. If I get on that shit, I'm just coming out there and standing there. I'm not even fan.
Nah, you better.
Fuck that.
You gotta turn up.
I'm doing the pepper seed in the bowl. I'm gonna do some pasta shit. I'm jumping off of speakers on chicks. You gotta be memorable.
That's why you gotta do something memorable. You gotta get on that stage and make it remember you. You gotta have a moment.
They be running around trying to catch up to their lyrics and whatnot. I'm trying to be memorable. You gotta remember me. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck that.
Yeah, but who else's performance did you see that's worth checking out?
Yeah, we need to get Kodak some help.
Yeah, I didn't even click on it.
Yeah, that boy need help. It's not drugs, it's a spell. I'm telling people, they're not listening to me because they don't know what they're looking at. Somebody put some heavy work on that boy.
Yeah, somebody said they need. I wish Future had. He needed some backup dancers or something. Somebody said you need steppers for the stage. You know,
Yeah,
I
he too
remember
cool to dance.
yeah, he too cool to dance or move around. So he needs some dancers. He needs somebody that's gonna help with that coordination. Cause them hits is too they too hitting for my nigga to just be walking around and not. Cause he damn sure don't be sounding like he remembered them joints.
Me? Like, yeah, man.
It's a
It
lot of
was hard.
conscious rappers out there. I'm seeing a lot of them on my timeline. I be sharing them. If y'all follow me on Instagram, you always want to check my stories out because I'm always putting up artists that I come across, either DM me or I come across.
Yeah, I show him love
My
too.
timeline and my algorithm is some dope artists out there, very creative, visually, like impactful. You know what I mean? Like they don't got rinky dink videos or nothing. They got stuff that's up to par,
Okay,
up
industry
in
standard.
quality. Yeah, yeah. People is bringing it. It's a
So,
whole cadre of artists out there. A lot of women too. You know what I mean?
dope.
This really in the vein of, and when I say in the vein of a Dolce, I don't mean pattern after her. I don't mean woke LGBT. I mean more so like just that creative pocket. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't know
Just
what you're
getting
gonna
back.
get.
She's singing and she's doing all that. You know that she
You do
do
it all. Yeah,
R&B album. She's rapping her ass off.
yeah. She does
You
it
know her
all.
Lauren Hill shit.
Sean Lawrence,
Maybe,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's that black girl's magic. You know what I mean?
she on her black girl magic shit.
Yeah.
She been eating alligators. I guess that's nutritious.
She get it done. She
Yeah,
from
she do.
Tampa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, eating them gator burgers. You know what I'm talking
The
about?
burgers, right? Yeah.
Yeah, got her lit.
But yeah,
You know,
shout out to Dolce. She definitely a dope artist. And I love the creativity. You know,
TDE
and again
label
the
of the year
excitement. Yeah, I love the excitement.
on my
Yeah,
W list.
I love the
TDE got
excitement.
the I love it
I
too.
love the excitement of what TDE represents in the calendar year of 2025. I love that for the melanated, you know, them brothers over there to put that thing together. I love that for the hood. I love that for Nickerson Gardens. I love that for Watts. I love that for LA. I love that for West Coast. I just love that. You know, them are some integral brothers. Here I go, right? Um, Here I go. Yeah, I met
You
them
want to land that
brothers.
plane?
Hmm.
TDE got beef with K Dot. You want to land that plane?
No, I'm gonna not touch that. I met them brothers. I think it was '09. Um, it was '09 with
Yeah.
Nipsey. J Rock had a session with Nipsey, and they recorded it on 23rd Street at Johnny Shipe's crib, the same building, the same apartment that Capital Steve jumped off the roof of
Yes.
a few years later. Yeah, I met him then. K Dot was there, but K Dot wasn't K Dot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was just running around. You feel me?
It was just Kenny.
He was Kenny, and J Rock
He was him.
he was
Yeah.
franchised at the time. They was betting the house on Sun. So I met, you know, TDE and them brothers and everything. You know what I'm saying? Super cool. And Nipsey gave me some backdrop to what, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
Nipsey would always wear red. I tell
Yeah.
people like he stayed with some red on. I'd be like, yo, y'all not. He's like, nah, we don't be stressing on colors. You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's shoelaces.
It's the laces. Shout out to Schoolboy Q's album Blue Lips though.
Bro. Why is it not spoken of?
It's showing up on album of the year
On
list.
end of the
Yeah,
year?
a
Yeah,
lot
but
of
I'm saying,
those.
granted,
But
during the year, did people know that a stellar project like that was out?
hit conscious bars too, like street
Bro,
conscious shit.
I was in the car, I was in a whip, and I was plastered. I don't remember where I was at or whose whip I was in, but they had put that album on. And I was just having a moment because I didn't know what was hitting me. It was just sonically it just
Right.
it just
Where
overcomes
they
you. Like,
mixed it.
whoa.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
beat switches,
beat
got
switches, his
flow
bars
switches. Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
And I was just like, schoolboy?
yeah. I wasn't feeling Soul Burger.
No.
Give me Control Theory, Absol. I don't like gang banging Absol Street trying to. I just didn't sit well with me. Didn't do it for me.
So,
but I gave
do
TDE.
better. I gotta do better. I gotta. Dang.
Yeah,
That wasn't him. That. All right.
Wasn't doing it. But I gave them the W for the label of the year. I also gave the W to Renaissance Rap. You understand? With
Explain it.
a lot of people may not be they may not know about it because of all of the fracas that took place this year with the rap battle, but independent rap or independent music is on a rise to the point where it's almost a threat to the labels. The majority of the people putting out music, of course, are independent artists. You have the likes of Rock Marciano, right? The good brother that made transition out of Brownsville, Ka.
Yeah, Ka. Yeah.
You have Makhami.
Yeah, Makhami.
Of course, West Side Gun, who they accredited with the Renaissance. So, with that being said, they got to accredit AA, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the Svengali.
He's the Svengali. So, you got Ransom.
Yep. With the greatest comeback, maybe, in a very long time.
Larry June.
Boldy
James.
Of course, the father of it.
Stovegard is in there.
The father of it would be my guy, Jet Life.
Oh, homie out of Houston, what's my guy? Currency. Yeah, shout out to Currency.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Planet Asia. You feel me?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Vinyl, cassettes. Oh, RJ Payne, 38 Special, Knowledge the Pirate.
Facts. Yeah, that whole lineup will take out industry artists, right? Dudes that signed to labels this major, that underground renaissance that he just peeled off them names.
Right. Shout out to Cyrock and Soul Messiah, of course. They come in with it.
RJ Payne alone is going to take about 80%.
And yeah, he's smashing on him
single-handedly, and it's no hyperbole, y'all.
Yeah, Son signing to a label, Benny the Butcher, bad idea. You know what I mean? He's not a part of the conversation anymore. You know, bad idea. Nah. He look. I have a line.
Best mixtape. You ain't. Hold on. You ain't hear it. Okay.
Not the whole one. Because they did the freestyle and he was off the phone, and I was like, I can't do it.
He's off the phone on the freestyle?
Yes. Off the Phonington, yeah.
You
know? Off the Phonington.
Yeah, shout out to Rock Marcy.
Shout out to the whole Detroit, too. I went down that rabbit hole this strong in. What's my dude that just came home? He's beasting. He's Peasy's artist. Ghetto Boys. Ooh. Yeah, his group is called Ghetto Boys. He's down with my dude Peasy. Rio the plug. Woo. Yeah, he's a problem. That Detroit sound, the punch, the punch bit where they funny, and everything is punching.
Yeah, that Detroit sound. Yo, shout out to Big Sean, son. It don't get said enough.
Yeah.
Bars, bro. What?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Hold on.
My guy.
Because it don't get said enough, and it doesn't get said respectfully enough. Bars. Conceptually. Bars.
Yes.
Royce goes without saying. Shout out to Royce.
Of
But Big
course.
Sean, yeah, Big Sean got them balls. And I'm. Did you hear Eminem's album
At
this
all.
year?
At all. I
Okay,
don't do Eminem. Pause.
okay, okay.
Yeah. I didn't listen to Snoop and Dre. I didn't listen to Eminem. It's
Said
just
you
certain,
said you
huh?
did it.
I did not. I did not. And it's not to say that I won't, but it's like the gravitational pull wasn't there for me. Certain shit just is coming to me. Certain things come to me. You know what I mean? And it matches the hype. When I listen to it, if it matches the hype, then I'll take some time and I'll indulge.
I be up early. That be the thing. Sometimes that I just when I'm up uber early and I'm in my phone. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I be looking for that YouTube. I throw that YouTube on because I'm either washing dishes,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
food, or doing something around the crib. You know what I mean? So I'd be like, yo, what can I listen to? And I think that's how I ended up listening to Eminem's joint. You know what I'm saying?
And you was
And
impressed?
yeah, I was. And I'm I'm
Production is
I'm I'm,
fire.
I'm normally somebody that pushes back against anybody that has anything positive to say about Eminem. You feel me? But this year, and I spoke about it. I spoke about the second album. I think it was the second album might have been Slim Shady LP. Whatever the second album was, I always tell the story about once again, I was high as a kite and I had turned the lights out and I listened to it in pure darkness without in my mind entertaining the fact that this person is a Caucasian lyricist. And I just listened to it on the merit of lyricism alone. And that might have been the Marshall Mathers, whatever the second album was, y'all. And I'm sure that people can fill in the blanks. But
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a lyricist myself, I had to definitely admonish the fact that homie's pen
That
is
album
crazy.
was fire. That's
Yeah,
the one with the
yeah,
house on
yeah,
the cover.
yeah.
That was fire.
Son
That's
crazy.
Stan and all of that.
And
Yeah.
KT was the first one. I remember KT. He put me on to the first album. I heard Eminem when I was incarcerated, when he was on college radio, before he had a deal, before Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Dre and them found him. And once again, I thought I was listening to a Illmatic backpack rapper, that looked like us.
Right.
Then I came home and I remember KT brought me the first album, like, yo, you gotta listen to this. And I was like, oh, this is Eminem? Oh, okay.
Right.
And I was like, I was hating. But the second
Right.
one, I couldn't hate. You know what I'm saying? Son, his ball game was crazy. And that's when he went on a run. That's after Renegade and all that came after that. But let me say, yeah, I listened to it this year. I listened to his album when it dropped, and it had substance. It had some stuff on it. I also said that LL had one of the best albums of the year. I still stand on that.
Yo, shout out to the OGs dropping projects. You know what I mean? Keeping this shit alive. 48 Pillars of Power. That energy was non-existent. It was not to, and don't get me to be boastful and whatnot. But when we took up the mantle, right, to quiet any chatter about an age limit on bars or talent, we were like, nah, F that. Andre don't want to rap. Oh, we finna turn up. Like, we gotta show and prove. And then right after that, all of this year, LL, Snoop and Dre, all of the over 40 rappers are literally dropping.
Redman is coming out with something else, right?
Yes, I heard
Redman
about
is
that.
still stupid with it.
Stupid. I
Yo,
already heard.
why I went down a rabbit hole yesterday and met the man's daughter.
His daughter?
His daughter.
His daughter?
Yeah, she like drill rapping, but you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
His
hey.
bars nonetheless. And she cute, you know what I'm saying? She
Yo,
have
Prodigy got a daughter who fine.
word
What?
spit.
Nigga. Prodigy got a daughter.
She spit.
Do she?
I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay.
She ain't spitting like him though.
Nah, and his
But
daughter ain't sitting like
yeah,
nothing.
she doing her
They
thing.
got
Yeah.
their own thing. Somebody said Coil Ray earlier. I had watched
Shout
her
out, yeah,
Bozo father
Santana
earlier.
Fox. Yeah. Her name's Santan Fox. She
Oh,
a
what?
baddie. Yeah, she look good too.
I'm gonna check her out. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, I think his daughter's name is Che, or something like that. Method Man daughter. She was
No. You said Redman or Method Man's daughter?
Method Man's daughter.
Oh, Method Man daughter.
You thought I said Redman?
Oh, okay. I think Busta Rhymes got children that's in the game too.
He may have, yes. I think
Bunch of
is it
Nepo
the
babies.
son?
No, the daughter
The daughter?
made the album. Facts. Yeah, somebody said all we need is destiny. Now his daughter to start spitting.
Facts.
You feel me? Wait a minute. Proof son is LBGT, the dude to be dressed up. I didn't know that. I know he rapping his ass off. Proof from Detroit.
His
Eminem.
son, he got a son named LGBT.
No, his son is a LGBT rapper. Yeah, but his son nice though. He making rounds.
Like on some J2 shit. Cheyenne.
J2.
His daughter named Cheyenne. Yeah.
Oh yeah? That's her rap name, Cheyenne?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, she cute. Yeah.
I have to check her out. Eminem ain't messing with Red or Meth on his rap shit. I mean,
yeah, he ain't supposed to. I mean, we're mature enough at this particular age in our lives to say Eminem is in a class of his own. Give him a section. You know what I mean? But we can't deny.
He carved out.
Hold on. You can't deny him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he spits weird. Yeah, he spits weird rhymes to a weird demographic. And if nothing else has showed us from his time of coming out with shock rap, if he ain't create the world that we live in, then he was speaking to the undergirding of the world that existed that we just didn't know about. So yeah, he got weird ass raps and he might be a weird ass dude, but I'll be damned if it's not a weird ass world that we live in.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, and his mama died the other day. May she rest in peace.
Facts. You feel me? So he represents, like you said, when he came out, the word niche.
Oh, yeah. Most Def daughter. He got Most Def daughter rapping too.
Oh yeah. She did the song with Cash Cobain. Yeah, she's bad too.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her. She just got a swag to her.
That's swag.
It's given, it's like, yeah, you're cultured. And that Pete Rock and Common, boy, for what it's worth, they was on the rap shit, spitting. No, in your living room, rhyming. The dude in New York with the green background, and the artist being with the hanging mic, and they be in his house. Yeah, on the radar, I think it's called.
Okay, yeah.
It was going in.
Yeah, I mean, Sun Spaz is anywhere you put a microphone in front of Common, he went crazy with the free, because he a freestyle fanatic. He don't get enough credit.
Who, Pete Rock or Common?
Common.
I don't think Pete Rock get the credit that he deserves.
Like I said, freestyle. Common is a on the spot improv freestyle rhymer. Right? You could throw him in any situation. He gonna bar you up on a freestyle.
Okay, Master Ace came out and Marco Polo. Yo, like I said.
Yeah, we need a repository for music, new music. It has to be something other than Spotify.
Gotta be.
Where can we aggregate new music at where people can see all of the releases, all of the titles? That has to happen. We have to bring the music from under the underground and put it, in a place where it's accessible and let the people choose, because
that's a fact. And we need
too much music out here.
Yeah, and we need music connoisseurs who are not teeny boppers. You feel me? Who understand the nuances, and they can hear the samples and know what they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we need some Silver Fox gray beard, Siskel and Ebert types.
Yeah.
Of course. And you know, they could review the music. I like my dude, the white dude, the professor. I rocks with him. He's got a big workload though.
Yeah.
He be seeming like he's stressed out. He got too many fucking hours coming at him. So, you know, I like his approach.
I like the company man when they do the panel.
I like the panel with them.
He bring them rap brothers together. You know what I mean? The contingency of with it, like hip hop journalists. Homie from MTV. What's his name?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Yeah, he had a YouTube. He used to be a host on MTV. He used to do the hip hop on like MTV News, right? I forget his name, right? I like Wayno. You know what I mean?
Wayno grew on me.
He's growing.
Because I was confusing him with Mouse. But Wayno's growing on me. He's cool.
Festa Sky.
You said Rob Markman is who you talking about?
Yeah, Rob Markman. Yeah.
Rob Markman,
yeah.
White dude, right?
Nah, he's Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah, brother.
I like the white dude on this thing with Elliot and them. You know, Elliot and DJ Head. You feel me?
I don't know. I don't know about that. No.
Bro, the bigger picture?
I don't watch
Hip Hop DX.
Yeah, I don't watch Elliot, so
okay.
I might be biased because of that. But he got something with DJ Head on Hip Hop DX. I did see something with them. I just didn't look at it. Somebody said Spanish is white. Okay. All right. Mavi, I'm not familiar. I would like to know though. You know what I'm saying?
Rex, Life, Raj. Y'all going deep with it.
Yeah,
huh?
So y'all, I think what we can do, you know what I mean? If you could set up a situation, Red, where they can send in requests for music that we can listen to that we might not know about, because we are looking to expand our music-based knowledge as well. You know what I'm saying? We ain't turning down nothing but our collar. So if you have recommendations to make, we're willing to receive them and even do reviews, because we all in the next calendar year going to be popping off for like a whole music review type of situation.
Yep, we are.
So if y'all have eclectic taste, you come across these artists that you feel that we need to know about, you know, that's the whole meaning of community. You know what I'm saying? Let's share what we know so we can help, you know, upgrade our knowledge about what's out here, and then we can inform the rest of the world, you know, what they might need to be checking out.
Right. D Malay from Cali. We've been talking about Rolling Loud for about an hour. So you might have got in and just heard the beginning of it, but we covered this Rolling Loud that just passed. Poison Ivy, Boozie's daughter.
Okay.
She's the LBGT one.
Yeah, I know she was spitting. I ain't checked nothing from her yet, but I will check that out. And I guess, you know, I'll probably do a side article about all of these artists' daughters that are in the game.
It's a lot of them.
And the difference between the sons, because the thing is, if we sit back and we look, a lot of these dudes' sons are LGBT in the game, like Ghostface. There's a few of them. You feel me? So what is it about their daughters that they be gung-ho to get in the game, and none of them really sound like their parents? They're very divergent with styles.
Well, it's indicative of what I spoke
lineage. Yes.
It's from. It's indicative of what I spoke of with, like, you know, the new generation. Like Destroy Lonely, his father is I-20 from Disturbing the Peace, right? So there's a lot of Nepo babies in the industry, but they're not plants. They're just the children of artists who decided that I remember JoJo Simmons was on your playlist. Remember? Remember that?
Nah, nigga. Look, don't start no shit and then they in the comments tearing me up. Let's not do this, son.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you. But with the younger generations, like how you see Carti and them bringing back the nostalgia look, right? baggy jeans, the
Yes.
jerseys backwards. You feel me? It's just a little different look. And it's like they are doing everything that they can to not look like their parents.
Everything they can.
Even if they got to go back to the retro style that the parents left alone and was like, all right, so the parents is wearing tight jeans. We're going to jump on the Averexes. We're going to jump on the do-rags. We're going to jump on the, you know what I mean? The baggy pants. Y'all got tight pants. Y'all niggas got jeggings on. We're going to go ahead and wear the size 40s when I'm a 32. And that's how we're going to do it. But it's what they call bum. The new fad is bum cheek or something. It's a way, right? You looking bummy. Yeah, your shit look bummy, but the shirt is $800.
Yeah,
it's Balenci. The jeans is $1,200, but it's looking super bummy and you know, upcycled and shit.
Yeah.
So with the fashion aesthetic, it's also, of course, definitely with the sound aesthetic. I would say that the person who may have came closer to that may have been A$AP Rocky when he ushered in he brought in that fusion flow in 2013 with the Texas slow down flow, the triple time flow, that Texas slow down flow, and he sprinkled a few other little things in there. But yeah, I don't hear a lot of the younger artists. I remember Ross Cos, he has twins. Him and Tidra Moses, they have twins. And remember, it was a 4-man crew of them. And they went viral. They were rhyming. They were rhyming like old school. They was giving you the 90s.
That's not Kosher Nostra?
Yeah, if that's Kosher Nostra, that's Ross. That's Ross Cos's twin sons. That's his children as well.
What?
And then I just saw a video where Big Pun's son, Chris, he was hanging up his mic.
He was hanging his mic up?
Yeah, he was like, I ain't doing it. I'm good. I did this for y'all. Seen me since a child rapping. Me and Corey Guns.
They was the first
streaming. Yeah, we're gonna start streaming.
Yeah, they was the first.
Imagine, right? Imagine how uncomfortable it is.
Pioneers get the arrows, man.
You a young nigga watching Consciousness and Duke Dennis and these niggas pulling up in Lambos and all kind of shit from playing video games, and y'all been rapping for a decade trying to get on, and here come these dudes, Agent, fucking like 001, like. You know what I mean? Aiden Ross and all of them. Like, you just trying to get lit, and here these niggas come nerds. Turned into the cool guys. Video game streamers. You know what I mean? So, yeah, a lot of them is like, I'm hanging up my hat. I ain't doing it. I'm not chasing it. They're going to be streamers. You know? But I have we have some information that we want to share with the people.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, we got a slideshow, family. So let's talk some news. Let's talk about some salaciousness. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about some salaciousness. This story came across my timeline, and I was like, I hope they hurry up and do that shit, because the daylight saving time thing is just not working for my
circadian rhythm is thrown. It's throwed.
Super thrown. My son can't go out and play. The minute he go to the park and get dark type shit, like we need.
Like, how do we explain this to our youngins? Because they know the difference. They like, nah, I used to wake up differently when the nap time was over and in the sun. I could still go outside and play with the ants. Like, I can't even go outside no more. What we doing? Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, and my body did not adjust. I felt all of the changes, you know, because I've been catching my Z's coinciding with the circadian rhythm. So I know about waking up, and I know about the melatonin release when the sun go down, because my body feels it. You know, having to readjust my body now because it gets a little bit darker, like at 5 or 6, as opposed to when it used to get dark around 7:30 to 8. It's
like the minute they change the time, that shit just goes 3 hours back. In terms it get dark 3 hours earlier.
It changes a lot. It throws a lot.
What kind of voodoo is this, right? What kind of Celtic magic are y'all doing?
It's that you know, I'm gonna give you the gun and you're gonna shoot yourself type of magic. You know what I'm saying?
Because Blue,
yeah,
4:30 dark was February.
Nah, he ain't never lied. Like, and we would experiment because I would be in Atlanta, and before Red and them had moved down there, they would be up in New York and
calling you, right?
Calling me, and I'd be like, "Yo, why is it dark in New York, and it's still light out here?" And then that's the whole concept that we speak about. That New York is down north, and we're up south. So Atlanta is a hot, New York is at the sea level.
Yeah.
You feel me? Atlanta is a mystical city on top of an enchanted forest on top of a crystal mountain. Right? So topography wise, if you looked on the map, Atlanta is super high up. You feel me? Where New York is sea level.
Super low, right.
And it gets
when you drive, right. When you're in a China bus or you driving from New York to Atlanta, you're literally going up.
Going up. Yeah.
You're going up on a Tuesday. You're not going downward. You're not going down like that. You're going up. So
yeah, so it has an effect, and it gets darker different places on the East Coast. None of it is uniform. And then got you scratching your head. You like, oh, we in the same time zone, so the sun don't hit the same. It hit different in different places. Yes, it hits different in different pockets, and all of it is not good for our circadian rhythm, our body biology. For me to be lying to myself and telling myself that it's 8 o'clock now, and my body is like, no, it's 9 o'clock, and then we having this argument. These are the things. These are the contradictions and confusions that you go through with your body intelligence, thinking that your body don't have its own operating system, its own consciousness.
Right.
And it's like, no, you over here following white folk. I ain't fucking with you. And then your body starts, acting up against you because you're not following. You're arguing with it on behalf of these weird scientists that want to manually turn back time. And it's not real.
Technosphere, Blue. Time in the technosphere.
Time in the technosphere. Whoever controls your clock and your calendar controls your reality. So yeah, it's interesting, that the GOP will be popping up, saying that they finally gonna put it to rest. I speak about Arizona often. They're on mountain time. They don't change. They're the only ones.
They don't have any, right.
On the 33rd parallel line. It's them and somebody else. Think Hawaii.
Okay.
And Hawaii is also a 33rd parallel line. Yeah.
They said in Hawaii they don't do daylight savings.
Yeah. Atlanta, Hawaii.
Crazy.
Arizona. Yeah, Arizona and Hawaii don't do the daylight savings. They on mountain times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need to dash that, yo, real quick. You need to dash that. Yeah. Get that out of here.
Shout out to Roscos. I had interviewed Roscos.
Shout out to Teacher Moses. My goodness.
Was that your folks?
Yeah.
That was over there with her, J Records or something? Where she was at?
She was with she was with J Records, and she used to be in Miami with us at Teacher Spot. Her and Teacher real cool. I just seen her performing recently.
Oh
Lord.
Oh, I did too. Wasn't she on Tiny Desk? Was that her?
Was it?
Somebody, she was.
I seen her by a desk and it wasn't Tiny.
You sure? It wasn't?
Yeah.
I seen her. She was bad.
Yeah, man. She been eating her oats.
Yeah, recently I have seen. Yeah,
Tiny. Yeah. Whatever Ice Spice dropped.
3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta check that out.
She did a thing. Yeah, she did a Thug Dizzle.
She is.
She was singing. She was singing, bro.
Singing. Okay.
Yeah. Shout out Ross Cos. I think I had interviewed him either right before he got locked up or when. Yeah, he was
Late
on
to the
front.
threat.
Yeah, we spoke.
I'm in
about
Atlanta,
that.
Blue. I'm in Atlanta. It's 1998. I'm smoking some lamb spread. You know what I mean? The weed with the seeds in it.
Yeah.
Remember when I used to work at that graphic arts with the sister? She had the company. I don't know if you was tapped in. She had like a graphic arts and that's when I first started doing flyers and covers and stuff like that. I was learning Photoshop. Anyway, we was, make a long story short, we had like an apartment that was connected to another apartment. And it was just a bunch of creatives in there, and we was just chilling, smoking. Here it is. I'm thinking I know everything when it comes to like conscious music and the classics. Somebody from the West Coast put on Nature of the Threat. Oh my goodness. And you know, that shit like 7 minutes.
Easy.
I must have listened to that 20 times that night, fell asleep, woke back up, listened to it again. It was on heavy rotation. And this is when I was like diet woke. And I was like, yo, this is I never heard nobody going in. Like, it was crazy.
Crazy. Shout out to Ross Koss for that.
Yeah.
I gotta find that interview.
Yeah. Nas and Primo coming. Well, to be honest with you, Nas really kicked off that whole revival of the golden era, in my humble opinion, 2020 King's disease. Like, he made it cool for these brothers to come back outside and offer something to the world.
That part, he made it. Yeah, he made it possible. He made it sustainable. He made it make sense. You know,
made it make sense. He Grammy'd it up.
Yeah, Dan hit him with a trilogy and Grammy'd it up. So, you know, industry wise, that sets a precedence. That opens up budgets. That opens up doors. So shout out to Nasir. Let's get into these stories real quick.
Yeah. So in California, for all of my, how many parents in the audience are still, you know, pressing their children or preparing their children to go to college, 4-year college, how many people in the audience are still with that type of program? I just want to know. I want to take a poll. Because as we move more into this administration, I remember even when Trump, right before he left, they were throwing that out there about the no skills. They looking for tradesmen, and during the Biden administration, you didn't hear too much about that.
Yeah, you
like
heard about
niggas in debt.
Yeah, student loan removal,
student loan forgiveness and everything.
Which means, yeah, you still catering to the college ideology of people going to school and racking up debt, but they weren't speaking about alternatives to college education or opening up, you know, trade schools and vocational schools. Now they wasn't talking like that.
Right. And I'm more than positive that this is going to set precedents in all 50 states where they're going to be they're just going to change the requirements, and they're going to do a pivot away from traditional college the way that we may have known, because they can't completely sink it, because that is still a great institution in terms of, you know, how they get their money in America. But yeah, they're turning towards trades, vocations, streaming.
Yeah.
Man.
I wish I had this other article. I think they were speaking about Harvard or one of them schools opening up an online AI free course. It might have been Harvard.
Really?
Yes. Yep.
Legendary shit. So I definitely could see it. I don't when I've spoken to my son who graduates this year about the possibilities of getting into something other than traditional college and whatnot. And you know, we're gonna keep talking about it. I don't really have a issue with signing them up. You feel me? To a vocational or a trade. You know what I mean? Like,
at
the end of the day, I don't feel, I mean, with the advance tomorrow, I don't mean to jump all over the place, but tomorrow, me and the good brother Spin City,
shout out to Spin,
are gonna do a episode of Techno Tuesdays, and we're gonna show our ass. Pause. We are going to show up and show out, because Lord have mercy, these new tools that they done rolled out, just alone, Chat GPT with the vision on it. Meaning I could turn Chat GPT on right now and turn my camera on and point it to anything right here on my desk and be like, yo, what do you see? And it's going to tell me what it sees.
Yeah.
So I say all of that to say that we're moving into a time, into a place where
I just seen this right today. Meta, they put the AI they put translations and Shazams into their smart glasses.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that was today.
So if I'm a passport, bro, and I want to communicate
in the Ray-Bans, yeah,
the people through the Ray-Bans, Lord have mercy.
Live AI and live translation. Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just moving at such a pace where it's like you could point your phone at something and it will teach you what you're looking at. So let's just use this case and point a scenario. 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-olds, right? The way that they're going to learn now is going to be different than how we have learned. So remember when we used to be in school and they would pull the TV out and we get to watch a movie and shit? And
Facts, remember that?
Yes. Well, that version for them is them giving them a tablet. And they're like, yo, turn on Chat GPT, turn on the AI, and you could basically just have fun going in. So imagine just pointing your phone at anything, a certain plant, a certain flower, anything that you want to identify. Imagine being illiterate. Imagine being bilingual. And then you just ask the AI, yo, what do you see? And it's going to break it down. I'm like, yo, they're about to change education, because they will be incorporating this into the curriculum very soon. If there's some people in the audience that have quick minds and you know you're a visionary, you actually could draw up a proposal right now and get ahead of the big dogs. So we're in a very interesting place. I say electricians are going to be needed. Definitely, I won't even say coders per se or programmers, because everything is no code at the end of the day. I would say learn how to be an AI prompt engineer and then take it further than that. But definitely get into what's popping right now. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things that you'll be in debt for, and it will be outdated by the time you graduate. Shout out to my HVAC family, KB. I remember when we looked at KB sideways, when he was talking at HVAC. He dropped out of the movement to do HVAC.
Yes, and he was smart to do that. Shout out to him.
Yeah, he's up. You know, he's now could teach other people. Yes, electricians, cybersecurity, and whatnot. Sure.
And that HVAC, that'll carry you.
That'll carry you. You could go state to state. You know, you could go country to country. So, shout out to my digital nomads. Shout out to my brothers and sisters in the trades. It's your time.
It's your time. Yes.
What's up with the dolphins with the Fetty, man?
Man, listen.
Damn.
There's nothing sacred. You feel me? Not even the waterways are safe. And I tried my best, you know, to make sense of this. Because I'm like, yeah, you know, you're going to lose some barrels and some bales, you feel me, or some of that yayo or some of that work.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the ocean is big.
Mad big.
It's mad expansive and it's water. So I'm like, if the Fetty could get cut
In the ocean.
in the ocean and still end up in the dolphins, I'm like, how much? Yeah, it's just confusing, bro. I tried my best to wrap my brain around this. You know, they find cocaine in sharks. They find Fetty in dolphins. You know, they got the cocaine bears out there.
They got the bears on coke. I heard they got heron in the shrimp. What's going on in the oceans, man?
Lucy and the shrimp. Yeah, I've been speaking about Fukushima for the longest. All of this new stuff.
I think that's SpongeBob and Patrick getting it in.
This is different.
Yeah, they blew up.
Oh, they got the Breaking Bad lab.
Yeah, they got the lab down there in Bikini Bottoms. Them niggas blew up with the PPP and just spread that shit.
You know, like floating, working, and some of it got to be, you know, through the. I'm like, how much work is that?
Like, how much work is falling?
I mean,
off
Fetty's concentrated. Yeah, how much is falling off the boat? You know, Fetty is concentrated too. So, but I'm like, the water don't dilute it.
It might be that strong.
It might be that strong, bro.
Yeah.
But they finding the Fetty and the dolphins, y'all. They found a bunch of dead ones, you know what I'm saying? And they have found traces, like they found like 20 of them that was beached and 6 of them that was dead. The ones that was dead was all Fetty. They all had Fetty in them. And the ones that was, you know, not doing so well, they was beached, they wasn't dead yet. You know what I mean? They had traces of it. So
I seen a video.
They might have hit a brick head on and was like tossing it up. Yeah.
Cooked.
You said Flipper got flipped.
Flipper done got flipped.
Yeah, shout out to them dolphins, man. I'm not laughing because I'm not making fun of that incident or the situation. You know, that's a form of higher intelligence.
They are aliens.
Yeah, the dolphins and all of that with the sonar ray scanners and all. I just like we got to do better. You know, because I grew up during the time where it was like save the dolphins.
We was really on that.
If they dying from Fetty, right? If they getting unalive because of Fetty, we might have to return back to the Save the Dolphin campaign. And it's like, man, keep your Fetty where it belong. Like,
you feel me? Keep the Fetty over there.
Keep your Fetty out of dolphin-infested waters. But, you know, they trying to probably run through the back end. But I don't want to speculate too much. Gulf of Mexico. You know, it's just a hard reality, man, that things have gotten to that place. You feel me? Man. Let me see if there's any of this stuff I can read on screen that give me any what I call as reason. There's a concern here. We need to investigate it further, see how big the problem is. See what I said? Only located in the Gulf of Mexico. So you know the Gulf of Mexico, they're bringing the work in. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's coming from the Bahamas. It's coming from Haiti. It's coming from the waterways. They trying to circle it around, right? I don't know if you've seen the joint with the Haitian with Ali Zoe, where he was speaking about the cigarette boats. Yeah. And, you know, if you could paste them, or you know, that's the way that they used to run them. They would run it through the back of the Bahamas. Right?
They got submarines
90 miles off of the coast. And if you got them cutters that can beat the Coast Guard, you could at least get it in a zone where you drop the bells and they send the frogmen to go and pick them up or what have you. So I don't know if that's what's been going on, but nonetheless, you know, the waterways is tampered. Same way, you know, if you go to any water renewal system in any major city, you know, and you could Google it now to tell you about 90-something% of the trace of the water has drugs in it.
Tap water, that is, right?
Yeah, medication, cocaine,
opium.
You name it. Yeah, you name it. It's in the water because it's coming through the urine and it's being recycled through the water. So that's where we at with it. And I mean, that has where the level of addiction in this country has gotten to that point where it's over contaminated everything.
It's giving yikes.
It's giving yikes. Yeah.
It's giving yikes. Let us continue.
Mm-hmm.
NASA scientists detect parallel universe next to ours where time runs backwards.
Yeah, so this is not the Google article about the parallel dimension. This is something separate that you can compound on that now, right? And say that there's supporting affidavits for a parallel universe. Only this one here saying that time flows backwards. In a continuum, they're saying in theory that when the Big Bang happened, it was a one shot this way and the other shot that way.
The other way. So like a bizarro world.
A bizarro world.
Where Christopher Reeves is evil.
All that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying
to where the colonizers is actually, they enslaved.
Yeah, where Malcolm X didn't get assassinated type shit.
All that going on over there.
What if universe? To be honest with you,
the Mandela joints.
On days when my pockets is fucked up, I'll be sitting there like, yo, I woke up in a bizarro world type shit. This is my punishment type. Like I'm, you know what I mean? Sometimes you think that you woke up in a wrong dimension timeline.
You feel it, right?
I've
been in them situations, like being very cognizant of when I woke up, just like I woke up in the wrong place.
Am I on punishment? Like,
what the fuck? You try to lay back down and be like,
hang the conqueror shit. Yeah, let me go back. Let me lay down and go back to my other dimension.
Nigga, you checked in the hair, and it should be weird. You be like, yo, I don't feel the same. What is this?
Like mod 6.
And there's no telling if we waking up into different dimensionality, time zones, and timelines, and things is warped. Things be different. It be bizarro. Hella.
It could be astral jumping into a different timeline and get stuck there. And then somebody just wake you up. Like, we got woken up unexpectedly type shit, like shook out of your sleep. And then you so
wobbled. Yeah.
You ever woke up in a cell?
Oh, nah. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I remember when I was younger. This took place many moons ago. You're getting knocked and whatnot, and then they put you in that cold ass room with the light stay on a hard cement brick thing, and then you be waking up and you be like, "Let me go back to sleep because this is still a nightmare." I'm going back to sleep so I can wake up in my bed.
Still a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, they're speaking about Antarctica, a region that I can't perceive what can be possibly happening on planet Earth for me to go there. I just would never do it.
For exploration purposes, me.
Yeah, salute to you. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta know, bro. I have to find out.
I just want to go to sleep then. Like let me wake up in that place that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they gonna come out with an exoskeleton with like.
You got it. Oh yeah. They definitely.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the tech. You know what I mean?
So you want to go to the ice wall? What you trying to? What you got to find out?
With a Iron Man suit on that heats up with my toe. Because if my toes get cold, fucking around with the ice wall type shit. I used to be on 2/5 and my toes got cold. Remember the heaters that we get from Modell's? That you used to have to put in the hand warmers and we would stick it in our shoes.
Yeah, that was a lifesaver. It should save some of my limbs. Yeah. So they was in Antarctica, right? And this is where they do a lot of their neutrino experiments at.
Because of the weather, right? Because of the temperature,
you could the quietness, the stillness, the weather. Yeah, they was able to run some experimentations and come up with some calculations that said that they found a dimension where time is flowing backwards. It's a twin reality. Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, and then I also read earlier, they said that an iceberg had broke off. There was 1 trillion tons. 1 trillion tons, bro. How could you even gauge that? Like, what is a trillion tons?
What?
Yeah. Joint is on the move, he said. The joint broke off. 1 trillion ton iceberg.
That don't even make sense. Did they compare it to this? Like, what size is that comparable to? Like, what country type?
Oh, they did. They actually summed it up. I think there's like the size of New Zealand or something. It was a summary.
Wow.
I'll take a second.
So wow,
crazy big, yeah.
Man. All right, let's go to the next one. The mystery of reverse particles. Oh, this is a part of that article, correct?
Yep.
So the Anita, right? Anita is the agency that we would want to look up. Okay, they're the ones in Antarctica tapping into this quote unquote. Well, all of this blue is in alignment with this quantum computers, CERN, the Hadron Collider,
all that. All breakthroughs happening right now in those areas. The CERN had a breakthrough recently. I got to go back and get the article. Right, they just tweaked something and figured something else out over there. Ironically, at the same time that they have this breakthrough with quantum computing, they could compute at septillion, rates, and then at the same time, right, they discovered this parallel dimension of time flowing backwards. At the same time, the iceberg breaks. This iceberg, they said, is twice the size of Greater London.
Damn.
Shout out to the blokes.
Shout out to the blokes. Maybe it'll come and save the blokes.
Save the blokes.
You speak on this, and KT has brought this to the lexicon of the community. Neutrinos.
Yes, sir.
Neutrinos. So in this article, it's talking about time reversing neutrinos. Time reversing.
Yes.
So we're talking Benjamin Button type of time reversing. Is that understandable? Is that in that same category? Like you could get younger?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, if time reverses and it goes backwards, in essence, that's Benjamin Button. You know what I'm saying? Categories. And
Ooh.
It was funny. Remember, like, I don't know if you remember, but you should remember, because I used to nag you with my theories when you was diet woke. I used to pepper you with my theories.
No, the word nag sounds better.
Yeah, one of my prevailing nagging theories was I was like, yo, son, the Bible didn't happen in the past. It happened in the future. And it's going backwards.
Yo.
And we're interpreting a time that we came from.
You on some twin shit right now, because I promise you, that ooh that you heard, that ooh was the realization, the eureka, that the pyramids, right? And I heard it during one of your, smoking on lamb spread. That's when the weed has season, and you be like, yo.
Remember the download weed? We used to get downloads.
Super downloads, right? Before it had all them chemicals in it, niggas get
had the chemicals.
It would be a download. And you'd be like, yo, what if the pyramids got built later on with the 3D print machines?
Facts.
And time is going the wrong way type shit. I was like, yeah, that's interesting.
Son.
That was theoretic. Yeah, we used to do
that
theories.
Was a theoretic, naturally occurring download. Feel me? It was a naturally occurring download that I was just like, yo, that makes all the sense. It had to happen like that.
Facts. That's interesting. Yes. Time moving backwards like Tenet.
Like Tenet, yes.
Movie that Denzel's son was in.
Like Tenet, bro.
Like Tenet, bruh. And Interstellar, in a way. But Tenet more so.
Tenet more
Christopher
so,
Nolan on
right?
both of them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yup.
I would have to go
Yeah.
watch Batman, all of that shit with
And
him.
yeah, you gotta go watch what you call it again as well. What's the level 3 joint?
Inception.
Deception. Yeah. So neutrinos, I speak about it often. This is my theory of what tethers us to the sun instantaneously, because there's two things that we have in our physical vessel that they're always speaking about come from the sun, that are part of our subatomic makeup, and that's something called muons. Shout out
More.
to the young. They be having these young nerds on Instagram, and these star seeds are so different, bro. They're like savants. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to tell you.
They savants, and they just be going in, and they know how to make content. They know how to engage you where you got, like they know how to pull you in with the info, right? They
Right.
got personality and character with how they disseminate. So it was this young star seed. He was like 6, and he was pulling them in like, so what makes up an atom?
Oh,
And
the
what
little white
makes
boy.
Nah, this is a little melanated star seed.
Oh, okay.
But nonetheless, neutrinos and muons are two subatomic particles that you can find in your anatomy that you also find on the sun. And when you study neutrinos, because they tell you the sunlight takes 8 minutes to reach us, but why they don't talk about neutrinos reach you instantaneously. And there's nothing that can block them. They go through everything.
Everything.
They
Right.
permeate any and all things. That's why the only way that they was able to capture them, they have a contraption in the bottom of a mountain in Italy called Ice Cube. And it's almost like a hydrogen collider for them, right?
Right.
It has to be, at that subatomic, that sub-zero temperature with no noise, and it's a total vacuum. It can't have anything else in it.
Right.
And that's where they're detecting neutrinos, or they're
Neutrinos.
capturing neutrinos that pass through the planet. So a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of science, you know what I'm saying, that they're going to be coming up with in the next few years. I think that the more that I learn about neutrinos, the more breakthroughs that they make, because they somehow, on some inception shit, they tap into my brain.
Type shit.
I'm going type shit, yeah. But anyway, neutrinos, y'all. You're going to hear a lot about it, and it's going to be, mark my word, a key to some very prominent breakthroughs. And while they're looking over here, they're overlooking the things that tether us directly, to these cosmic bodies. But I'm not going to be the one to solve the case for them and tell them. I'm telling y'all, don't go tell them. Okay?
I could give some information on the neutrinos to further your build if you want me to.
Yep.
Okay, so neutrinos are subatomic particles that are amongst the most elusive and fascinating components of the universe, right? And here's an overview of why they're so unique. No electric charge. Neutrinos are neutral particles, which means they are not affected by electromagnetic forces. Extremely low mass. They have an incredibly tiny mass, much smaller than that of electrons, but not exactly zero. Weak interaction. Neutrinos only interact via the weak nuclear force and gravity, allowing them to pass through matter almost undisturbed. And there are types, what they call flavors, and they come in 3 types: electron neutrinos, which is VE, muon neutrinos, which is VU, and TUA neutrinos.
Yeah, the TUA neutrinos, TUA.
Right.
So it's tau, right? And the meaning of tau is cross.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be tau is the 22nd, or what tau could also be spelled tav, and it's the 22nd letter in the Hebrew alphabet, and its numerical equivalency is 400. It means cross.
Right.
So, when you hear tau or the neutrino, tau neutrino. Think about a cross.
Okay, so the sources of neutrinos, so we're familiar and we could call upon them, and we know where they're coming from. The sun, solar nuclear fusion, produces a massive number of neutrinos. So we're in what is known as cosmic cycle 25 right now. Doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter where you at, it doesn't matter your religion, it matters not. We're in a cosmic cycle, okay? It started in 2019, and we're in what is known as the solar maximum. So these solar flares that you're seeing in this elevated activity on this planet, where people are waking up massively, mass awakenings, right? Beyond what is known as woke and things of that nature, where people's powers are coming online, telepathy, all of that stuff is now turning on for people. The TV show Supercell, you know what I mean? So keep in mind that, like Blue was explaining, when these solar flares are popping off, we are receiving those downloads. Henceforth, why he speaks so highly of sun gazing, sunbathing, breathing, grounding, and things of that nature.
Right.
This is where you get your payload. We covered this extensively in the lecture that we just did in November called Solar Cycle 25,
right,
which is available for anybody that purchases the lecture that we got coming up with Ross Ben called the quote unquote divine the nine. Okay.
Right. So again, y'all, I hearken you to deep dive into this research. If your area of interest is wanting to find out how we connect to the sun, right? Why are we connected to the sun, and why are we going to be affected by the solar cycle? You want to look into neutrinos and muons, because this is the place inside of you that instantaneously, not 10 minutes, 8 minutes, 2 days, a day later,
immediately,
this immediate, almost, if you understand the concept of quantum entanglement. And it's going to be impossible for us not to understand quantum going forward, because all 25, they're going to be speaking about quantum. And again, yeah, if your school is not teaching your children about qubits, then we do not need to send our children to those institutions of education. The babies need to know what qubits are. They need to know what just all things quantum.
That's a super fact. Super entanglement.
We could start with my lecture last year of quantum
quickening,
where I really lays it out, and I get into the whole QUA aspect, the qua. You know what I mean? I etymologically just cut that thing up and really got into it. And then the qua is going to lead you to the aqua, which is the water. And then you'll see that God is water, God is a cube, and a whole bunch of other things. And, I don't want to have a debate, so I'm going to just leave that alone. But again, family, the key to unlocking our cosmic destiny, or our cosmic tethering to all cosmic bodies in the cosmos, is understanding the neutrinos and the muons.
Right. So 3 more things where you'll get the sources of your neutrinos. Supernovas, okay? Cosmic explosions, they release an enormous burst of neutrinos. Atmospheric reactions, cosmic rays hitting Earth's atmosphere, they also generate neutrinos. Nuclear reactors, man-made nuclear processes, are a source of neutrinos. And then Earth's core, radioactive decay inside of the Earth generates geoneutrinos. Okay.
Geoneutrinos. Okay.
Right. So the neutrinos are very important because they help us understand the universe. They help us study cosmic events like supernovas, black holes, and the early universe, dark matter connections. Okay. Shout out to Brother Rich with the Black Sun. Dark matter connections. Their elusive nature makes neutrinos candidates for understanding subjects of dark matter, particle physics.
Shout out to AA for
Shout out to
naming
AA. Yes.
our lecture, Dark Matter Timing, in 2020, when I first got my download from the sun on December 21st, 2019. And that's when that starts my journey to find out about neutrinos. But for him to name the lecture Dark Matter Timing DMT, and he didn't know that I was going to bring this whole neutrino information to the forefront, that's once again just shows you that cosmic connection, that tethering, you know what I'm saying? The fact that the cosmos is consciousness and it wants to be expressed.
Facts. And we also have energy probes. Neutrinos penetrate dense materials, allowing us to probe the interiors of stars and planets. And in particle physics, studying neutrinos has expanded our understanding of fundamental particles and forces. Okay. They have detectors to detect them. So you don't have to speculate. You don't have to be into you could tap into these detectors, right? So the super Kamiokande in Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's, I believe it looked like remember Eagle Eye when he went into that, right? That space with the balls. Yeah, that's what that looks like.
It does.
Then there's the Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory in Antarctica.
Okay. I thought it was Italy, but Ice Cube is in Antarctica. Okay.
Yes, in Antarctica. And then the Sudbury Neutrino in Canada. So if you want to log in or if you want to Google these places, you may get access to this research. You may have access to their technology. Who knows? You know, we are all X-Men we are uncanny mutants on this line. So do what you got to do. But know, whenever you're going to get powered up and whenever you're going to get turned on, and it's going to be those neutrinos hitting you. It's going to turn you into what you need to turn into. Shout out to all of my creators in the building and my script writers and whatnot. We just gave you some bars. So let's move on. Give states the power to shoot down drones, says Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro.
Yeah.
They gaslighting. Yeah, they gaslighting.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
He said that he wants the state and local authorities to have the ability to counter drone activity following criticism. And I would just say, well, go ahead. You say what you got to say.
The only ones that are authorized, right? Just like it says here, only a select number of agencies under the Department of Homeland Security, such as the U.S. Secret Service, are authorized to take action. So how is he telling the states to take action when he is the one that gives them the authority to take action?
Right.
So it's gaslighting. You can't point the finger and be like, yeah, y'all should have the authority to do it, knowing damn well they can do it. It's a $250,000 fine and a 20-year imprisonment if you shoot down the drone. So we don't even understand how much of a protected class those drones are. I'm not saying those drones, I'm saying all drones.
All drones, right.
Which means what? We should have an entire drone army right now.
Super
they are protected class, and you could be doing the most, and they could be sitting up here making excuses for you because they cannot. They got more protection than a canine dog. Damn. You're doing 20 years and getting fined $250,000 for every one of them that you shoot down, right? So the government is gaslighting the state and the local authorities and telling them, yeah, you guys should have the ability to defend yourselves. You guys should have the ability to police your skies. You guys have the ability to protect your citizens, and they don't.
Right.
And they don't, because it has to come from a federal level, and Homeland does not have the authority yet. They have not been greenlit to do so. So the only thing that they can do is point fingers and send it and squirm, right? And try to figure out who to lay the blame on because they can't push the button. That's crazy.
Right. That's crazy. Drones and the cost of lost trust. Conspiracy theories fly and public anger builds when Americans don't believe their government. They losing faith, y'all.
They've lost it, and
lost.
this has about a 3 or 4 prong effect. I'll let you build.
Nah, go ahead. You know, for the religious people out there, this is a challenge to your faith. Once again, you know, you were challenged years ago with C-19 and a few other things. And for those that are deeply religious, I'm sure that they can find some passages in the Helios Biblios that speaks of these times, and they could tie it in and be like, oh, that means the rapture is coming. You know, that's just a sign of times. But for the American public who look at their government as big, bad, and mighty, nobody could penetrate the airspace of America. There's no foreign entities that could fly over our cities and threaten us. We are the number one superpower in the military. Billions are spent, but there are SUV-sized drones flying over the governor's house in Jersey. I mean, it just makes one really question who's in charge and who's not in charge. And then it also begs to ask the question about what the hell is going on.
There's a lot going on, and there might be a multitude of things happening simultaneously. So I don't want us to be conflated and just think that it's one thing going on when it's a multitude of things.
You could tell us, man.
Like I said the other day, you know, some of those are drones, and the drones are observing light shams, or what they call orbs, right?
Right.
The drones might be man-made, the orbs definitely are not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they have their other craft out there that have to chase the drone. I mean, chase the
orbs.
The orbs, because the drones are not authorized to do that. The drones are tracking for one thing. Then they say they got drones out there that are looking for, like I said the other day, nuclear thermal information, because they're missing some of them from over in the Ukraine, right? So rather than informing the general public that there may be a potential threat of a dirty bomb, you know, they have the surveillance program set up where they're looking. And then in the midst of it, because anything nuclear going on, that's when the ships pop up. So then they have to scurry with them, and then they got to bring out their craft that can actually keep up with that. So it's a hodgepodge of things taking place when the lights go down. And then the government could tell them, oh, no, those are man craft. You're just confusing those for aircraft and airplanes. My nigga, that's not an airplane. You know, everybody done seen the footage. They're stationary, they're sitting still, and they're zigzagging. You feel me? Planes don't do that.
Right.
No
heat signatures.
No heat signatures. And when you get close to them, they shut down. And the thing is, they said that the dude's like, yeah, I sent my drone next to their drone, and my drone lost power and got drained. But his drone attempted to fly into a no-fly zone that the drone was already in.
Right.
So it's not the drone that shut it down. It's whatever field that they have. Again, it has to be through the medium of electromagnetism, that if you go into a no-fly zone, it
shuts it down.
Discombobulation shuts your stuff down. So how you gonna say that them drones is not a threat if they are within no-fly zone areas?
Facts.
Right? Just like it already would tell you, common sense would tell you, well, Bedminster has to be a no-fly zone area. The military installation had to be a no-fly zone area, right? They don't take chances. You just don't say, yeah, you can't fly over here. No, it's no-fly zone. It's
take you down.
It's supposed to be protected and taken down. So if they're still flying there and violating restricted airspace, then that's a violation of air sovereignty. And you would think that that would necessitate some sort of military response.
Did you see the mini? Did you see the mini nuke in Syria?
No.
Which basically,
the Israel set off?
Yeah.
I didn't even want to look at it. I didn't want to look at it.
You know what it looked like? Almost to the T, the explosion that took place at the port in Lebanon years ago. Because it was the same type of blowback. So whoever was recording it was mad far away. And the impact blew that camera, you know what I mean? Blew whoever was recording in their camera up out of the, and I'm talking about they were recording it from afar. And just the blast itself threw them all the way, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah. Some nasty work. I didn't even, you know what I'm saying?
Nasty work going on.
I don't even want to look at that. Yeah. It's crazy.
Nasty.
In my mental.
I woke up, it was all on my timeline. I'm talking about, I was trying to avoid it too, because I felt the same way. I'm like, again, bro, like the way that they turning up, it don't make no sense. The debauch, they just going full fangs out. Yeah, so the car radios, and there's cars that were abandoned in New Jersey. They're coming back on, lights blinking and everything. Then you have the people driving and the radio is slowing down. They chopping, screwing niggas.
Oh, word, see.
Yeah, they got people driving where the drones are above and the radio stations is getting chopped and screwed. It's slowing it.
Right.
Thinking they in Texas. So
it's a lot going on. There's a lot of experimentation that's taking place on the populace. They're running psyops. They're running psyops on top of psyops on top of psyops. You feel me? And yeah, the people can't keep up, let alone the agencies, because once again, you know, some of these at the top, they're potentially transnational secret programs that are outside of the wherewithal of what you might consider to be the regular agencies, right? They don't have the clearance to find out what this is or who's behind it.
Right.
I watched the latest interview with Stephen Greer and Billy Carson the other day, and you know, I always recommend that people go and check out Stephen Greer. You know what I mean? And his information. That shouldn't be the only authority that you're lending your ear to on this particular matter, but he is a subject matter expert on it, and he's been pressing the line for quite some time to get the whistleblowers out. And he has a few of them coming forward, not the dudes that you just seen, right? Because the Elizondo dude is a plant, but it's some other dudes that was directly, not again, the shit that I be talking about, not what's the word? You know, first, not second or third hand accounts. Where's the first hand accounts?
Right.
Where's the first hand accounts? So the people who was actually part of the programs, people who, you know, some of them was in charge of some of these programs, and because they just changed the laws up, they feel that they could be protected through the whistleblowing program. They're ready to come forward, and it's going to just confuse a lot of people because there's so much going on. And then, like I said, once again, you're going to get the idiocracy administration that comes in, and it's going to be hard for you to fathom. Right? Alien intelligence, artificial intelligence, and American idiocracy at the same time.
Right. They're going to merge expertly. You know,
right?
Expertly. Let us continue.
Yeah, hold on. So let me just, let me say this. God, I don't want to keep saying it, man, but allow people to be subject matter experts on areas that they potentially can be subject matter experts. I bet you that, you know, I can't even say that. Let me just go ahead, man.
And for anybody out there, new and old, I highly recommend diving into Delbert Blair's archive. Dr. Delbert Blair, I'm sorry, you know, a master teacher in our community who has almost been forgotten, you know, and man, oh man, is he needed right now. Like I would give anything to have Delbert here and give us his interpretation about what's going on. His information is timeless, ahead of its time. So if you were to tap into his information, then you know it would definitely be on par with what's going on.
Let me ask you this, right? If people see an alien before they see Jesus, does that totally take out the Christian narrative altogether?
I believe it does because there's no alien talk in the quote unquote in these religious texts. I mean, maybe there's an interpretation of it,
right? Maybe it's
but it doesn't have a central. It's not a central quote unquote theme.
So right,
in the Abrahamic religions.
If advanced life forms pop up, right, and again, for those of us that have already had experiences, this is not something that is even a question, right? For those that know, no, but for the rest of the world that is set to find out, right? When they encounter intelligent life forms and none of them niggas are jacking no shit about Jesus, what does that do to organized religion?
Well, one of them is going to have to debate Wes Huff. That's just going to wind up.
And then they all gonna say it's Project Bluebeam. So these niggas gonna be in denial for so long, right?
Right. Right. Because it's a threat to their. It's a threat to what they standing on.
Yeah. Billy should have stuck with where he was a subject matter expert, because again, I bet you see an alien before you see Jesus. You feel me?
Yeah. You know.
Anyway.
Yeah. Moving along. Convicted terrorist sues Saracen's Head in pub, claiming the sign is deeply offensive. Khalid Bakwa alleges the sign at Buckinghamshire Hostelry is clearly xenophobic, racist, and inciting violence. A convicted terrorist is suing a pub called the Saracen's Head Inn over its deeply offensive sign. Khalid Bakwa, who is previously jailed for distributing jihadist propaganda, is claiming 18 pounds, 1,000 pounds, 18 and 850 over the depiction of a brown-skinned bearded Arab. Saracen is a term used to describe an Arab or Muslim, particularly at the time of the Crusades. But the landlord of the pub in Amersham, Buckinghamshire, has called the lawsuit a complete joke. This pub has been called the Saracen's Head for 500 years. Duh. No one at this pub is racist. We don't believe the sign is racist, and the name is simply historic. We won't be pushed around and change hundreds of years of history just because some loudmouth wants to cause trouble. Right?
Yeah. So I don't want you to get into the. I just want you to give some historical context behind, this particular post. I found that it would be interesting and a segue for you to, speak about some of this history, especially since we were speaking about the Holy Roman Empire last week in Germany.
Yes. So in Europe, when they began to change the lexicon and speak of the Moors, they had to change the quote unquote the titles or the descriptions and what they couldn't just come out and say Moors. So you'll see Saracens, you'll see Moriscos, heathens, infidels when it comes out of the
references and family, when they made these references in liturgical documents such as the papal bulls and all of the edicts that came out of Rome, when they was hunting them down, they referred to them as heathens, Saracens, Moriscos, right? And they were speaking about Moors specifically.
Right. So this is code word. There are multiple pubs like the Iberian Pig. There are multiple pubs in Germany and other places in Europe. There are even flags that have been flying with beheaded Moors on it. Okay, so the depiction of the beheaded kings, right? Ross Ben breaks down the Rosicrucian mythos of the quote unquote chemical wedding. And that talks about a group of Moorish princes that lost the war, and they were all beheaded and basically cooked in a vat and made stew. They stewed them in a vat. They put them all in a vat. That's what they would do. They would, put people in like how they did Nat Turner.
They would cook you down.
They would cook you down and whatnot. And this is a telltale sign of their victory. They speak in code and whatnot. So this brother, who obviously, I'm hoping that he has the information. I'm sure he does. He'll be able, huh?
I don't think he do. He has it from a Sunni Islam perspective. He feels offended because he sees a Muslim. He don't understand the history, I don't think, in the area of the Saracens or the Moors. So he feels offended by he's being gaslit by a picture. I don't think he understands the history though.
Well, hopefully somebody informs him and he's able to present that as evidence, to checkmate this whole thing about it's 500 years old. Exactly. That's the point. You were not alive. The present owner was not alive, does not understand what may have caused these pub owners to put it up there. Yeah, so you have in the crest of Sardinia, Corsica as well. So if this all over. So if this takes place and he's able to succeed, maybe that will set off a chain of events.
Yeah, but like he said he got a list of pubs. Once he knocked this one down, he's gonna, like you said, he'll bring it to the rest of them as well.
Right. Did they show that in the Game of Thrones? Well, the episode in the Game of Thrones called A Red Wedding. Ed Starks is a Moor. The clan of the Wolf. Ed Stark, the Starks are the Moors. The Lannisters with the blonde hair, those would be the Christendom Crusaders and whatnot. So yeah, Game of Thrones is a veiled story about the Moors. And because when you go into the dragon thing, they show you the melanated kingdoms and stuff like that. But yeah, the Starks would be considered amalgamated Moors with the dark hair, brown hair, brunettes and whatnot, brown eyes. And that's the Red Wedding where they off the whole family. Yeah.
But it's almost, it is 9 o'clock. I don't know where time be going, bro. You're talking about daylight savings. We need to talk about melting the quantumization of time, bro. How for every hour you're gonna lose 2 hours. That's how it feels. I'm like, bro.
Right. I'll be trying to get some late night sessions in. That is not possible these days. I need to reconfigure things.
I gotta speed it up.
All right. This is interesting.
Very.
This leads into so much.
If
anybody is KTLE and students in the building, if you've been rocking with us over the past year or two, this man's name has been brought up mostly in lectures, right? I speak on it on the show, but I really dive into niche in these lectures when I attempt to tie a lot of the things that we see going on these days to his writings and his teachings. because what I want people to understand and understand the same way that we understand how we're influenced by the Elijah Muhammad's of the world and his writings, the Noble Drew Ali's of the world and his writings, the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey, going all the way back to when we're reading ancient texts, primary source and whatnot, and we drawing inspiration.
Right.
Europeans are doing that as well. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, they have their icons, they have their master teachers, they have their philosophers. And the Western world primarily is based on philosophical thought. And then there's a demarcation. There's the German philosophical Western thought, right? That Nietzsche and them represent. This like post-religion.
Yeah.
And then there's that earlier stuff that West Huff is talking about.
Right.
As an apologist, they are dealing with the philosophical aspects of Christianity, because what happened? Christianity, right, arose during a time when the Greeks and the Romans were still in control, the Greco-Roman era.
Right.
So Christianity had to acquiesce to Greek philosophy in order for them to come outside around that time and make sense. So they kind of like, minimized it so it could fall into the philosophy of reason. They had to be able to reason, right? Or make it make sense. And the way that you make it make sense in a philosophical setting, especially during Greece, is you had to appeal to reason, right? This is the stuff that later on in the what is it, the 15 and the 16, this is the stuff that the German philosophers start picking apart when they say God is dead.
Right. When they talk about nihilism.
Yes, with nihilism. They came with their philosophical reboot and revisited it, right? And weighed it, and it's like, no, this is not that, you can't, it don't reason, right? So therefore it's dead. And they've been dealing with nihilism ever since.
Dead letter, right. And when you speak of what they were doing in Germany in the 30s with Adolf, when you fast forward to what Stan Lee and Marvel depicted in Superman, and then when you go into
Superman is not Marvel, that's DC.
DC, I'm sorry.
But you're speaking about Professor and Magneto.
Right. So,
but the Ubermensch, was
Ubermensch, or what they call the overhuman, it shows up multiple generations all throughout time. These quote unquote Germans and people of the bloodline, and just to put it out there, the largest ethnic group of Europeans in the USA are Germans. Okay. So fast forward to what you see with transhumanism and the pursuits of Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Mark Zuckerberg, all of them, Bezos, all of them, right? These billionaire boys club and whatnot, all of them are still in the pursuit of the overhuman. The TV show The Boys with Homelander, that is the overhuman. That is the Ubermensch. What they were talking about, the perfect human in Nazi Germany with the blonde hair, blue eye, that's the Ubermensch. So the teachings and the majority of our brothers and sisters who go into the Western institutions of higher learning and whatnot, you're indoctrinated in Carl Jung. You're indoctrinated in the teachings and the writings and the quote unquote musings of Nietzsche. You're indoctrinated into the Western mind.
Western mind, yeah.
Right. Dr. Manhattan, right. Dr. Manhattan. Yes. The Ubermensch. Yes, he is the Superman as well. So this concept, that's what we go back to. We say, yo, if we have creators in our community, if we have vision, if we claim creator, we should be going back into the writings of our master teachers and extracting the concepts and creating our characters and our storylines and our visions and whatnot, and then simultaneously living it out, because that's what they're doing. Okay. So here we are in this modern day time where we're still faced with these Europeans who are trying to create something that is more powerful than God or man. Mankind is in an attempt to create something that will, quote unquote, be Lord over man.
Yes.
And
Right.
the overlord. So enter super intelligent AI, what they throw this term around called AGI, right? It is when you hear Sam Altman, Elon, and all of them, it's all code. It's don't believe nothing that they're talking about. Oh, we're trying to achieve AGI. When will supercomputers achieve all of that is speaking about this right here. You want to read the article, good brother?
No.
The secret teachings of all ages discuss all of these facts. Mark Zuckerberg said Carthage will burn.
Yep.
Is that a shirt he wore, or he said that?
He wore a shirt.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah. All right, key takeaways. Friedrich Nietzsche introduced the concept of the overhuman, a symbol of humanity's transcendence to something greater, yet fundamentally elusive and undefined.
In Zarathustra, Nietzsche framed humanity as existing on a spectrum between animals and overhumans, with the evolutionary gap between humans and overhumans being as big as that between us and other apes. In this essay, Shah Tubali explores the possibility that the overhuman could be something like AI.
Right. The term overhuman made its public debut, and Friedrich Nietzsche thus spoke Zarathustra in 1883. Far from being a tidy philosophical theory, this cryptic concept was more of a lightning bolt, a vision that struck Nietzsche with overwhelming force. He tells us how Zarathustra, the prophetic figure of his work, came over him, right? It basically
mounted him.
It mounted him. The same way that Aleister Crowley said he was mounted by Ayahuasca. So he said that it came over him one morning during an intense hike in Rapallo, a serene fishing village nestled in the Ligurian coast east of Genoa. Suddenly, as he climbed, Nietzsche was overtaken by what he described as a revelation. Something becomes visible and audible, something that shakes one to the depths and bowls one over. Tears streamed down his face, and he was swept up in an intoxicating blend of freedom, power, and divinity, feeling as if every sentence was being called out to me. That just sounds like that shit kicked in at that moment. But this moment of rapture wasn't born from nowhere. It was the eruption of creative forces that have been simmering quietly within him for decades, now exploding with breathtaking clarity. Okay. So I would suggest for my researchers to go ahead and read that book, Thus Spoke Zarathustra.
Yeah. But check out the article, right? You want to go and catch the article. It gives a condensed overview of why they feel that super AI is the Ubermensch.
Yes.
And you'll clearly understand, once again, like Brad said, the philosophical pursuits of the students of nihilism in Silicon Valley and what exactly they're doing with this overlord or the super mind that they're creating with AGI. And they're, rocking the public to sleep with all these consumer products,
right?
While they work on building their God.
Basically, Ultron. Discovery of bizarre Stone Age skulls baffles archaeologists. You want to touch on that?
Yeah, once again, they're finding relics all around the world to challenge their theories about evolution and who was what, when, and where. You know what I'm saying? Just like we read last week about the mitochondrial DNA that they found once again up in Germany,
right?
Of some ancestors out of Kibulon, out of the continent. They're finding abnormal skulls, right? with cavity sizes that challenge everything that they thought that they knew about human evolution. Because human evolution, they based it on the cavity size, on brain size, right? That's how
Right.
they denote evolution based on quote unquote intelligence. And they
Right.
denote, they equate intelligence with your capacity. If your brain is bigger,
Brain is bigger,
you're
right?
smarter, or what have you. And anyway, yeah, you feel me? If you believe in that,
Right.
that's where they going with it. But yeah.
So X, formerly Twitter, has a declining user base. Elon Musk's platform is projected to lose millions of users in 2025. So there's a mass exodus of, I believe, in left-wing people, lefties and whatnot, from Twitter/X. Where are they going, Blue?
They're going to Blue Sky. A lot of them are migrating over to Blue Sky, which is a liberal knockoff of what X was.
Right.
Right. So yeah, they're going into their respective silos and their echo chambers. So
Right.
they can reverberate, you know what I'm saying?
They're
Whatever
talking
that,
points.
yeah, they're talking points, whatever their ideology is. So they're
Right.
running over there. I would like to say that some of them are going to fan base, but I'm just I'm doing free promotions, I guess, because that's just a theory, right?
We don't have the numbers to show that.
Yeah.
But Blue Sky, well, the app is moving up. It is moving up.
Yeah, they definitely saying, they're speaking openly about the fact that they're running over the Blue Sky.
Yes.
And they're now migrating off
I think
of
it went number one.
Altogether. Yeah, huh?
Yeah, I think it went number one in the App Store.
Yeah, they're not cutting their nose and spiting their face and running off of the internet altogether. This is still, a major ways that they practice interconnectivity. So
they did it with True Social and Parler on the red side, on the Republican side.
When they migrated, right, because of the liberal front onslaught that Twitter represented at that time.
With Jack Dorsey.
Right. So we see the swaying of, back and forth, XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it speaks to the importance of having social media and platforms. I still don't think that we understand the importance of platforms. And like you say, on multiple occasions, social media and social networks are two separate things.
Yes, they are.
And we haven't, fully integrated the full knowledge of what social networks entails.
Shout out to Miss Robin, one of our newest members. For the family in the building, we do now have super chats.
Yes.
We have members activated. You know what I mean? Yeah, we monetize.
Yes.
Monetize, baby. Christmas no more, or Xmas no more. Americans are over Christmas traditions and want to swap traditional turkey for all-time favorite takeout. Damn.
Yeah, they want to get
DoorDash. They said Chinese takeout, pizza, and tacos on a goddamn Christmas.
Yeah.
Y'all go ahead, man.
They're not with the traditions no more. And I do have to say, like, I'm in a predominant area where it's Europeans, with upper medium incomes or what have you, and they celebrate Halloween more than they do Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Damn, right. They
dead
be
ass.
Morning. Nah, dead ass. I see it.
They still got the skulls outside. They didn't even clean them up yet. And they got, it was enough time maybe for them to put some pumpkins. Because the pumpkins, you could swap the pumpkins out for jack-o'-lantern and turn them around and they Thanksgiving too. You know what I'm saying? You could swap the scarecrows out on Halloween for Thanksgiving as well.
That's a fact.
Right?
Put a hat on them niggas.
Yeah, there's a lot of add-ons. There's a lot of things that they can still shuffle from one to the other, but it don't make it for Christmas.
Yeah, it don't make it.
In a few lights, but that's about it, bro. Like, you do not feel the spirit that, especially that we was used to feeling growing up in a city like New York.
Hell no.
You feel me?
Hell no. What is it?
We was
December what?
inundated.
We
Huh?
was already, yeah. It's Christmas
Oh
now.
no, it started. This is the countdown.
This is the
12 days.
countdown. That is a
nigga. The
super.
carolers was coming around doing the 12 days of Christmas countdown. Nigga, you was getting songs right
Day
now.
of Christmas, my doula said to me.
Look, yeah, they would have the lights lit like they was menorahs outside by now. You feel me? It would be the countdown. The countdown would be in Times Square. You know, it would be pandemonium in the streets, going to the stores. Traffic would be crazy.
Crazy.
None of that going on anymore.
I didn't even know they put up a tree where I'm at. I'm driving. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't even.
They ritualized it. Remember, they did Rockefeller the same day that they clipped Homie.
Yeah, when Luigi
when Luigi caught the body that morning, later on that night in the same area, Rockefeller Center is where they lit the tree.
Hold on, T. Thomas, we lit. Hold on, y'all acting up. Christmas is coming early. What we doing? I appreciate that, T. Thomas. Salute. Oh yeah, the spirit is gone.
Oh yeah,
the super chat. The spirit is gone. It's out of here. It's no more.
Yeah.
Whatever
reason, you know,
Columbus shit is gone.
Thankfully, yes. That just went over.
Yeah. Halloween still going strong, like you said. They still dressing up.
Halloween is alive, bro.
Alive and well.
Halloween
Thanksgiving
is the strongest.
Yeah. Ain't giving.
Thanksgiving ain't giving.
It's Friendsgiving now.
It's Friendsgiving. They done flipped it. Yeah.
They done flipped it. It's Friendsgiving.
And because of that, because they flipped Thanksgiving to Friendsgiving, they knocked out Columbus Day. So he got to take a back seat.
Straight like that.
Right.
Christmas is just literally a consumer smorgasbord.
It's just Black Friday. It's not even Christmas.
It's just Black Friday. Right. It's Black Friday. And then the day comes to say, what y'all niggas got on Black Friday?
And that lost its steam. So that should have been a clear indicator that you know, trends are changing. And it's not even to say people don't got it, because Christmas spirit was not about necessarily, it was the have-nots that was bringing the whole spirit together.
That's a fact.
You feel me? So, but again, if I'm somewhere where people are able to express disposable income and a level of largesse, and you don't see none of that hitting,
they ain't hitting on none of that, right?
They ain't hitting on none of that. I don't even see I don't even see menorahs up, and there's a reason for that, I would guess. But did they even do Kwanzaa last year?
I think they might have skipped that.
Might have skipped it, right?
Yeah, they skip on the Kwanzaa.
Skipped on the Kwanzaa?
Skipped on it. They was like, you know what?
They won't even notice it.
They won't even notice it.
Let's go to the next one, bro. I gotta tap out.
Yeah, I think this is it. We be coming to the end of the road. Coming to the end of the road. Shout out to everybody that's breaking the spell and snapping out of the spell. It looks good on you. You know what I mean? Don't feel no type of way. We're gonna make our own holidays very soon.
You got that commercial for New Year's? We still celebrate New Year's, y'all.
Well, we do celebrate the fiscal.
Shout out to Mary, Mama Sirius, Big Mama.
Big Mama. I'm gonna play that commercial. I will cue it up.
Okay.
What I do have is the end of the year lecture with Ross Ben. I'm gonna have my part, and he's gonna have his part. It's gonna be on December 30th, ladies and gentlemen. We are going all the way in. We're going to talk on some things that you may have forgotten, some things that you might not even known about that took place this year. We're gonna be doing the annual year in review, and then Ross Ben, as he always does, is going to bring to us the quote unquote 2024 visualize the 9-year, right? I'll be doing the 2024 year in review, and he's going to be doing visualize the 9-year. That is on Monday, which will be like a Melanin Monday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., but it will not be on YouTube. It will be on Zoom. All right. This is for our Patreons. rainbow opals and up. And it's also tickets for all of our ticket holders. Salute and shout out to everybody who got yourself a ticket for that. And we're going to be offering today and today only. Let me pull it up for our supporters and whatnot. We're going to be throwing in the lecture that me and Blue just did. Let me see where that is. Okay. I'm going to have to pull that up. But this is the jump off that we got coming up. And here we go. This is going to be a bonus. All right. For everybody that's pulling up today, getting your tickets and whatnot. We have a bonus the same way that we did last month. Everybody in the building that got your drip, all right, who got your shirts, your solar quote unquote shirts, put a 1 in the chat or a fire emoji. All right, we got new drip, the 9-year. Okay, this is also going to be a part of the bundle for everybody in the building who taps in today. You will get yourself a free shirt. All right, just for today though. All right, and that will be me and the good brother Ross Ben. Like I say, Monday, December 30th, we are turning up on ya. We gonna turn, boy. We gonna I'm gonna act a donkey. And then the next day, all right, because it's not how you start the race, right? It's how you finish it. And we want to finish this thing in pure pillar style, like we always do around this time. And we're gonna have this.
Studios, Brother Blueport, live and direct. We are here at the Bookstore Gallery Studios. We want to let you know that we have a day party for New Year's Eve coming up. That's from 2 to 7, $3.99. You can slide through for the day party for the debut of the Bookstore Gallery. That is on New Year's Eve. All right. Then afterwards, we have a paid party that is from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And you can get your tickets for that on rsvp.com. And we look forward to seeing you. Peace, love, and light.
So to clarify what Blue just said, in the daytime, we will have a grand opening. It will be a day party, drinks, non-alcoholic, alcoholic, food, vegan, plant-based.
Maybe some non-vegan too.
Maybe some non-vegan as well.
A little bit, right?
Music, live, and DJ Skywalker and other DJs.
Yes.
And we'll also do a few things, presentation wise, but the real party is going to be at night, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Bottle popping, shaking a leg, turn up type of time, turning up at the new spot.
Yeah. 24 was a lot of heavy weight. You got to shake that thing off you.
Got to shake it off.
You got to get light as a feather to make way for 25. So you got to shake a leg to get that old stagnant energy. You got to do the stanky leg and get that old 24 energy up off you.
Yeah, you got to shake it off you. Get it off you.
And make way for that 25 come alive energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That part. So that's on the agenda. Like I said, we got the end of the quote unquote year breakdown. We are going in on the end of the year breakdown. You feel me? And Ross Ben is gonna come through and project the future for us. And tomorrow, real quick, check this out. We got Spin City pulling up. Let's see what he got.
Family, Pax Famil, Ipin Jiaren, Paz Familia. Spin City is here to elevate your brand to the global stage. Are you stuck speaking to just one audience while the world waits to hear from you? Every course, ebook, and service you offer has the power to resonate across continents. But if you're limiting your content to one language, you're leaving massive opportunities and money on the table. It's time to harness the power of AI and connect with a global audience like never before.
Global.
Amplify your reach. Amplía tu alcance con EA. Expand your voice. Adopte varios idiomas con EA. speak to the world. Let's break language barriers and unlock global growth. Build your custom AI avatar today and start speaking the universal language of success. This Tuesday on Know the Ledger TV, join us for Techno Tuesday. We're teaching you how to make it happen. Don't just keep up, lead the way.
That's
Yeah, that
Hagen?
part. Huh?
That's Hagen?
That's an AI talking to y'all. That ain't even the God.
That's Hagen. Wow.
Yeah, that's Hagen talking.
That's crazy.
The solar webinar is yes, that's also going to be thrown in there. The solar webinar will be thrown in there for our people who are buying the lecture tonight. The links are in the bio. The links are in the bio. It's also on Buy Me a Coffee. You could get your tickets as well on Buy Me a Coffee. And the links are in the description. And we have our lovely mods in the building. Shout out to y'all. So give it up to the mods, y'all. Please clap it up. The mods are hardworking, handling business. All right.
Business. Shout out to y'all.
You smell me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Spin City. There's an app. Me and Corey was just on it yesterday. Going back to it, Hive. You know, Hive is a it's a Web3 app, and it's one of them apps where you get paid to post. You know what I'm saying? The majority of their user base though is Spanish speaking. So, you know, that incorporating that technology to convert all of your content into Spanish lingua and putting that on this app where you're gonna get paid, because it's almost like they like your post, they can transfer you almost like on some fan base shit. They could transfer you love tokens, and those translate into hives. And a hive is worth like 30 cents right now. You know what I'm saying? With you know, it's gonna continuously go up or what have you. But you could cash out. You could cash out a USD. You could do your thing. There's just multiple ways, you know, to clock a bag with this content. And yeah, the ability to translate your content into multiplicity of language can put you in an amazing advantage if you know where to place your content.
That part that. You feel me? So yeah, man. With that, you know, here goes the flyer for the solar cycle and whatnot, just so people could remember what we were doing. But man, it is what it is. We outside, and I appreciate y'all. We will be back, like I said, mañana with our good brother Spin City. I believe that's 8 p.m. on same channel, same back channel, same back time. Pull up with your notebooks. We are going to empower brothers and sisters in the audience to tap into this technology to get a step on everything else.
Yeah, that's the legend right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I definitely want to be in the building when Spin City is teaching that AI. Don't want to be left outside.
Right.
You feel me?
You know,
get
a head, because some people missed out on other things, you know, and they get stressed out. Well, this AI thing, it didn't take off yet. We still at the station and whatnot. Take full advantage and get in touch with some teachers that are going to teach you how to do that, so you could get 2025 started off with a bang. And like you said, pitch to a global audience, a global, not a local jokel, a global audience.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you farewell, and we will be back. Love, peace, love, and light. We will end this with the Facts remix. Like I said, if you want to go and claim that, go ahead and support the channel with the Buy Me a Coffee, and then go on the Buy Me a Coffee and claim your song, man. That's all for you. You know what I'm talking about? So with that being said, peace.
Peace.
Red, blue, purple light, friends. Red, blue, purple light, friends. Facts, Melanin Monday. You can get to know the legend. My love, just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land, focused on the ego. Then I open my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family, peace, love, and light. To the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.